Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. Game of Thrones, Season 7, Episode 7, the season finale, feedback show, and also just a little babbly of an issues program. Basically, I'll get into it in a minute here, why I'm decided to do things this way, but Joe and I had a little bit of trouble meeting up over the course of the week. Part of it was my fault, part of it was his fault. Didn't hear from him in the beginning of the week when I reached out to see what day would be good, but I don't want too much time to pass before getting to the feedback questions. Also, we didn't get bombarded with a ton of feedback questions for the season finale, more like, what are you guys doing in the off season? We got a lot more messages like that, so we're gonna play the messages that we do have for the feedback show, then go over a little bit what the Game of Thrones plan is for the off season, and then I'm just gonna babble a little bit. So that's what you'll be listening to today. Protect your neck, protect your throats, protect your ears. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what part of my body I'm gonna fling up against the microphone today. I'm feeling a little brain slow. This is me brain slow. Maybe it's because I haven't eaten a sandwich today, or haven't had a drink in a week or so, or I don't know why, or I ate too many chocolate sandwiches on Saturday. Huge thanks to Steve, who was here last week, who made amazing chocolate sandwich s'mores for the party we had on Saturday. But I'm here today to babble to you guys for a little while. I'm really excited. And we're not alone. I'm not alone. I'm a lonely guy, but I'm not fucking alone. I have with me the motherfucking chat! Holy shit! The motherfucking chat people are joining us today. We got Jay already here. We got Mark and Timo and anyone else of our friends that are in the line of Irma. Please be very, very safe and hope everything passes, you know, as easy as possible for everybody. So I have a couple friends in Florida that have already been evacuated and stuff. So it's a whole bunch of real shit going on right now. So everyone stay safe, and thank you so much, Mark, for popping on in here to say hi through all of this. Just to say hi. What's up, Pick a Destiny, Cheekiest Q, Bree, Travis, Lady Deep Dish Pizza. Yummy, yum, yum, yum. I'd never even seen this show. I've never even seen Game of Thrones. I just like listening to your stupid babbling. My babbling goes a long way today. But I also want to just mention a little bit about what's to come on the channel coming up here. What's coming all across my face. Whoa! Coming across my face. Here I am. Why are all these post-it notes on the wheel? Oh, gosh. We got to deal with that a little bit later, but let's just go over a few things first right here at the beginning. Like, what is to come? When am I to come on the issues program here? Well, on this coming Sunday, I'm going to be taking a look at the premiere episode of Orville. For good or for bad, as a Star Trek geek, fan, whatever you want to say, I am very excited right now that we're at a point in time where we're at the bridge of, or at the impetus, the start, the imp. What is fucking, what is Tyrion going to be around here? No, it's Joe! Ah! So we're going to be talking about the Orville this Sunday. Then the following Sunday, Stephanie and I, maybe some other friends, will be doing the Emmys live reaction thing. Followed by the following Sunday, which I believe is the premiere of Star Trek Discovery. So that's going to be the next 3 weeks. And then I think the Sunday after that is the premiere of Curb Your Enthusiasm. So that's basically our next 4 Sundays. I'm going to continuously be out here on Fridays as well, talking to you guys and doing these silly kind of streams. Most weeks we'll do a trailer or some other random form of babblery. Babblery? Yeah, whatever. Some random form of babblery. And with the Just Me Silliness podcast. Then, of course, we do have some Game of Thrones off-season podcasts. We got The Walking Dead coming. We have Vikings coming. We have a South Park review that I'll be doing soon as a request from one of the Super Chat donators. So huge thanks to that donator. And I'll be doing South Park, a couple of other random things here and there. So that's what's upcoming on the channel. Okay, stream over. See you guys later. Bye. No idea what the Orville is, but if you're watching it, Phil, I'll watch it. Oh, we got the Bloody Talker. We got Craft Mama. We got Mara Jade Skywalker. Or Starkwalker, who everyone's saying be safe to our good friend Mark in the live motherfucking chat right now. Great to see Jay in there. What is up? Great to see Tina. Great to see how many of those post-it notes will fly after the spin. The beard is back. Yes, this old gray beard is back. I think I, like everybody, am hoping that by the time season 8 of Game of Thrones comes, I am full... Like, it looks like someone came all over my face. Like I'm full Santa Claus beard. That's my goal. I'm hoping I get that old between now and then. It's a sign of stupid wisdom. Just because I want to make next year's Game of Thrones recaps and reviews the Santa Claus recaps and reviews and dress up like Santa and see how that goes. But thank you to everyone that's checking this out. We got everyone... Lots more love to Mark, and also, I don't know who else in our live motherfucking chat is in Florida or in the line of everything, but I do know Mark, as Mark said, and of course, the lovely Miss Timo, who is in the Orlando area, I believe. So, lots of love to Timo and Mark. Someone asked, what about Orville? What is this Orville? Now, Orville is a show by not even my favorite TV show creator. It's Seth MacFarlane. It's his Star Trek take. I don't know. I honestly know so little about the show right now. I don't know if it's a half an hour or a 60-minute program. But it seems to be Galaxy Quest meets Futurama with a Star Trek feel to it. I don't know how much I'm going to like it. I've been avoiding reading reviews of the first episode. I'm not tremendously high expectations for it, so I'm hoping that it surprises me and gives me something at least in the same feel of a Futurama or Galaxy Quest kind of thing. My wonder is how serious is it going to take itself? Everything that Seth does has this overwhelming, I don't know how to explain it, a tongue-in-cheekness to it, a bullshit to it, a randomness to it, and part of me wonders, knowing that he's a huge Star Trek fan, how much he's going to try to make a real series and do some real acting on it and have some real adventures with the humor as an overall kind of force going through, which is why I say something like Galaxy Quest. So I'm very curious of this series. And then, of course, we get Discovery coming a couple weeks later, which is something I'm a little bit more dubious of just because I have a little bit more expectations pushed onto it because of what CBS did with all the fan-made stuff and everything that is being told to me or spoon-fed to me with this Discovery crap. So I'm holding out judgment for Discovery. If anyone's a fan of Quinn over there on Ideas of Ice and Fire, he's going to be releasing a video probably sometime in the next couple of weeks of him and I doing a huge Star Trek discussion. And I also wanted to mention that with Star Trek coming back in some form on television or on CBS. Fuck you! CBS, go fuck yourself! I'm sorry. CBS All Access, so you have to get the app. I'm going to pirate the fuck out of that show. Holy fuck am I going to pirate the fuck out of Star Trek Discovery. Eat my dick, CBS. I'm going to buy your fucking app. And I'm a fan of Survivor, okay, which is on CBS, and lots of CBS shows. I would love to have a CBS app and watch some past CBS shows, but if you think my fucking... that you think I'm going to pay you to watch Star Trek more... You got your head so far up your ass, CBS. Fuck you. I'm going to steal this show. I'm going to steal the fuck out of this show. But anyways, I hope some people buy it. So it can continue if it's good. But so I'm a little bit more dubious of this whole CBS Discovery thing. So I guess it's a higher high. And of course, as we mentioned, we do our Emmy show every year with Stephanie and I kind of doing our babbles. I will put something in the Discord group, and if you haven't already, join the Discord group. So maybe we can do some picks and stuff and see who wins the award this year and who gets the most bullshit picks. And let's also rag on the whole event. We don't take it too seriously. We just rag on everybody, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody, for popping on in this chat today. Get Orville hype, says Iron. Ion. Live motherfucking chat. Get the Emmys hype. Get Curb, Orville. Yep, TV schedule coming up. Looks like that fun show. Even if you buy the without ads versions, they still show ads. The fuck? Piece of shit. Phil rant already. I'd like to see a TV show based on the Silent Hill series. I think the Silent Hill series is one of those video game series that has the potential to do something something high quality for a program of some sort, or a movie, or there was Silent Hill's movies. I didn't see the Silent Hill movie, but I think anything scary is probably the best opportunity that we'd have for video game movie success. We got Alan, who is destroying me in fantasy sports this week already. I know no one wants to hear about fantasy sports, but Alan is at one night, and Alan's already killing me. Fuck, you're fucking Alan. There was a bidding war for Star Trek Discovery between CBS, Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Showtime. So if CBS All Access fails, one or the other of them will pick it up. And I hope it's Netflix, just because I pay for a subscription, and or Amazon. Both of them I already have prescriptions for. And I just, as much as I love any particular show, until I got bit by the Discovery bug, and I am a Star Trek fan. I am probably, I am in the upper echelon of Star Trek fans in the sense of how into it I am. And I am disgusted, and I won't buy CBS All Access just for that one show. So that's saying a lot. I mean, I think there are so many people that are strong-armed, that are shooken down by CBS during this whole thing and being forced to pay for this to watch Star Trek. But I'm not doing it. I'm fighting the good fight. I'm sailing the pirate waters with the SSS VPN ship. That's what I'm doing, okay? I don't give a fuck. Arr, latties, let's sail the pirate waters. VPN, protect me. Arr, me latties. That's what I'm fucking doing. I don't give a fuck. The Warcraft movie I heard was good. I've heard mixed things about the Warcraft movie. I've heard that the orc parts are good, but the human parts are kind of boring. But I have Warcraft sitting on my DVR that I have not watched it yet. But it is obviously it is on the list. So I'm gonna watch that at some point, and I'm curious if it's passable. Even passable right now would be a good video game movie. Guess how I watch Game of Thrones every year. That's how I watch Game of Thrones all year too. I get the HBO All Access app, but I'd say Game of Thrones is something that I'm personally invested in. And HBO, you can pay for HBO and just get it included in a TV package and stuff like that. With CBS All Access, they're launching this app at the same time that they're basically launching the Star Trek show. So I see it a little bit more as a shakedown process of saying, oh, you want to watch this? And we're going to give you the first one free. The first one free, you dirty motherfuckers. The first one free? What is this, Scott Baio and Stoned, the movie? I always reference Scott Baio and Stoned. Holy shit, we have our first Super Chat donation of the day. We have Karan. Karan, who has been one of our amazing texters during the feedback season. So no question, I just wanted you to know I've started watching Vikings because of you. People are raving about it. I hope you enjoy it. Vikings comes back on November 28th or 7th or something. And we will be covering Vikings. Awesome show. Certain seasons and arcs I like better than other ones. First season, third season are my favorite, but 2 and 4 are really good too. So I can't wait for this next season of Vikings. Hope you're enjoying it, Karan. I'm gonna give you a spin of the motherfucking wheel right now. Holy shit! Don't fly off. Oh, that's one post-it note flew off, and it landed on Drake. How did I know it was gonna land on Drake? But we're going to get to the Post-it notes in a second here. The Post-it notes have a purpose. But to answer your question on the first spin, only one Post-it note flew. But Karan, thank you so much, buddy. The first episode of Star Trek Discovery is going to be on CBS all over the air network. And then they're going to make you buy the rest afterwards. And they're not even giving you an exact time when it starts. It starts after football. So already CBS isn't putting their best foot forward to the rekindling of a Star Trek television series. I think we're at a very, as a Star Trek fan, and I wanted to say also I'm going to be doing a lot more classic Star Trek content coming up soon on the channel too, with Star Trek coming back. But I think we're at a very important impasse of Star Trek history right now, of the entertainment cycle of Star Trek. We have the J.J. Abrams movies where some people really like, but some of the Trek fans, the hardcore, the audience, the big fan group that is into Star Trek, the majority of them aren't a big fan of those. The majority of them are also not a fan of Enterprise. And I know I'm going to get a message or a comment from somebody that says, 1, fuck you, Phil, don't talk about Star Trek. I don't want to hear about this shit. Number 2, someone's going to say, well, I like Enterprise. my cousin Alan somewhere yelling at me going, Phil, I like Enterprise. Or maybe Joe's going to be like, Phil, Enterprise wasn't that bad. No, Enterprise was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And I'd say more people don't like it than like it. So I think it's a difficult time. Star Trek, a lot of fan-made stuff, like whatever that was called, Abraxas or something. There was a couple of big fan-made projects coming out for Star Trek that everyone in the Star Trek fan community were very excited about. Then CBS, knowing that Discovery was coming out, put the kibosh on it all and said, fuck you, and added this whole court case. And all those products kind of got moved to the side. There's this whole drama scene with CBS and Star Trek and how they've interacted with the fan community. So right now, the fact that they shot a new Deep looks dark. I kind of, besides the Klingons, I like some of the things I see in the visuals of Discovery. I'm not a huge fan of stuff in the past, but still. Now, you want it to be as successful as possible because Star Trek is a bankable franchise, especially in the culture that we live in right now, where whether you're a Buffy fan, whether you're a Game of Thrones fan, Star Wars fan, there is all these different offshoots and there's an audience for almost every medium. And Star Trek is probably one of the first, not the first, but one of the first real big fandoms to be born, okay? Where we have conventions, where we have access of everybody. It's good to encourage that and build that again, especially in the climate that we live in right now. And by CBS doing this all access shit, I think they're just doing the opposite. They're discouraging people. It's not going to convert new Star Trek fans from this culture that we live in, because people that are on the verge or on the cusps of being a Star Trek fan are going to say, fuck CBS All Access. I'm going to watch this first episode, maybe. But then, am I going to pay whatever it is, $5.99, $4.99, $3.99, $9.99, whatever the shit it is? Am I going to pay that every month just to watch this one show? And with HBO Go, as someone said, that's what I do with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is a different sort of product, I think, and it's a different sort of medium. HBO is a different sort of medium. When you get HBO for that month, some people may just watch Game of Thrones, but you also get access to a whole myriad of tons of shows. CBS is not a paid channel. It's a network station that all those shows were real. So you're pressuring me, whereas HBO was always pay. So HBO can almost get away with that. You pay for HBO, it's fine, whatever. CBS, this is a CBS show. CBS owns the Star Trek property, and they're making you pay extra for it. You dicks. Fuck dicks. You fuck dicks. Amazon Prime, greater than Netflix. Thank you so much, Karan. I think we got so many people. JJ Trek is just blockbuster cinema action movies. I agree. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as I have my alternative for Star Trek, because I think Star Trek always works better in a television aspect. I could say you could make some of those arguments for some of the previous universe movies too. They were Star Trek, but they were big budgetary, like trying to go big effects of the time. You could say that about the first Star Trek movie. It was trying to bounce off the success of Space Odyssey and Star Wars, and made a movie with a lot of ship porn and a lot of high-end special effects at the time, and not a deep, engaging Star Trek story based around comedy, based around the human condition and all that sort of shit that Star Trek does the best. So I think in general, TV is the better medium. So make the JJ movies, make shiny things go flashy, yeah. People that know me know I like flashy, yeah things. But I also need my deeper, cerebral Star Trek shit. Okay, blubbity blubbity blah blah, blubbity motherfucker. Wait a second, fuck Sansa, fuck Sansa, fuck Sansa. Are they splitting season 1 on CBS All Access? They are splitting season 1 on All Access around Christmas. Break that fucking wheel. I'm not buying Disney streaming service. Those fuckers make too much money as is. Drink coffee before noon. Thanks, Phil, for not letting me feel so lonely getting drunk on a Friday. Tom himself! People were talking about you yesterday, Tom, showing so much love to you. Between Marvel, Star Wars, Legacy, and a kid's show, they'll probably plan on millions of subs. The only thing I want to really give Disney money for is going to their parks. Because if you go to Disney World and I want to see Star Wars Land, I challenge anyone to not have fun at Typhoon Lagoon riding around on a lazy river or some shit like that. But when it comes to paying Disney more money for shit, fuck that. It's worth the $15 to watch Game of Thrones. I don't know if it's worth the $15 or whatever. It's going to be $10 to watch Star Trek Discovery yet. And they need to prove that to me. So maybe if you do season 1 or more than just one episode. Unless CBS is so confident about this episode that this is going to blow my mind away that I'm going to be like, I have to fucking get this episode. Come here. But either way, I am pirating the fuck out of this show. Fuck you, CBS. I mean, but I'll totally buy the show. Fuck. Tina says, I've never watched a Star Trek or Star Wars series movie. The less I know, the better. Gotta see Quixote. Then there's Orville, the Star Trek ripoff goes sitcom. We're going to be doing that on Sunday. I always say we. I'm going to be reviewing that on Sunday. We. Fuck you, Phil. This is too fucking early in the morning for me, you asshole. You fucking asshole. The only Star Trek I ever liked were the new movies. Didn't see the third movie. See, that's what I mean. Someone like SM that probably wasn't really a fan of some of the other Star Trek liked the movies. And I don't want to degrade the movies for what they did. They brought Star Trek back from the brink. Whereas Enterprise and Nemesis and Insurrection kind of almost buried Trek. And as much as I like Prime Universe, I love Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, it was a bumbling by Berman and crew. And people that know what I'm going to talk about are going to know what I'm talking about. People that don't are going to be like, shut the fuck up, asshole. Berman and crew failed Star Trek. And because of that, we needed someone like JJ to come in and bring and breathe excitement back into it. So the first movie, I definitely like the first movie. The second movie, I think, is a pile of horse shit. Third movie is very good and has a little bit more of that Star Trek feel to it. But it's still, that series isn't what I necessarily want in Star Trek, which is progression of the Prime timeline, even with the events that happened in Star Trek '09. But they fucked it up because Insurrection was shit on a stick. I think it's worse than Nemesis. And I think it's boring. It's like a giant episode. And coming off First Contact, you should have gone with a more wide-angled universe lens and gone to Deep Space Nine and Voyager and brought in those characters too and made a bigger universe movie with Nemesis. Excuse me. Instead of making it so central and making it so assuming you would get a second movie to fix that. And then Enterprise was such a failure too that Star Trek was in an abyss that might never have come out. So I do appreciate the JJ movies for what they did to the franchise, bringing some new fans in that look at shows like Deep Space Nine or Next Generation with a new light, or those old movies in a different way, or just are being able to appreciate it again in a way that they wouldn't before. Not someone like Jay's like, oh no, I don't like any of that other Trek. But I know a bunch of people that have watched those new movies and watched a ton of old Trek because of it. So that's fine to me. Besides the fact I'm just not a fan of reboots, but that's personal. So I just want a new series to capture a little bit more of what that the 90s generation of the series had and what the movies, the original crew movies had. A sense of kinship, a sense of humor, a sense of real discovery, no pun intended, and a sense of with Deep Space Nine, ongoing story arcs and real gray characters, not just black and white characters. So if you have an Android, there's a way to get a discount on HBO and other subscription services by buying an Google Play gift card when they're on sale and use them for paid subscriptions. Hey, Phil, what's up, the motherfucking chat? Not this season. Phil, the ultimate Discord ninja, always. The only Star Trek I ever like were the new movies, and that someone said, Phil goes total Euron. In Canada, the only way to stream Game of Thrones is through Bell, and I tried with my parents' account, and it was so laggy, says Pick a Destiny, that I ended up having to pirate it anyways. These TV networks get with the program. That's why Netflix is eating your lunch. You're crazy, but you're crazy, but you're right. CBS has the nerve. No other networks charge for a new show. Fuck you, Phil. You need more weed. I need some weed. I mean sandwiches. So much with these sub-services having exclusives, it'll be like cable all over again. And that's, Alan just said it. Everything that's good needs to be corrupted eventually with entertainment, because advertisers will find their way to get paid and networks are going to find their way to get paid. There was this certain area in the late aughts of the 2000s before the streaming services became so rampant where you could like steal like TV sites like tvlinks.com or whatever it was, or that ended up getting shut down. The creator got thrown in jail and stuff, like the Napster dude. But we could just watch everything was online for free. And then when Netflix and all these streaming services first came up, they were just bombarded with all these shows and movies you could watch. But then all these networks were like, shit, this model works. How can we make money? So we want a streaming service. So hey, you get a streaming service, and 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 everyone gets a streaming service. So it's going to get to the point now where you're going to have your little box, you're going to have your Roku, you're going to have your whatever, you're going to have your PS4, whatever you watch your streaming services on, and you're going to have to pay for each individual one. We were doing Hulu, Amazon, and Netflix for a long time, and HBO Go during Game of Thrones seasons. We had to cut out in a couple of them. Now we do just Amazon and Netflix because there's enough individual programming on Netflix I want to watch, and same with Amazon. And I miss Hulu in some cases because it had more shows that I missed that week. And HBO, I go based on the Game of Thrones season. I would love to get Showtime too and be able to watch some of the Showtime shows that are on there. I'm blanking on the names of them, or Cinemax, or I'd love to watch some Cinemax or whatever. But it's just too much. It ultimately becomes you're paying more for cable. Why am I cutting my cord if essentially what you were doing, you were giving me a more attractive, cheaper process to be able to watch almost the same television experience. Now you want to give me the same television experience, but instead individual apps. I like the individuality of it, the way you can pick what you want to watch, whereas cable packages are so, well, you get these channels on these channels. I don't want those channels. I only want this. So I guess it's a little bit more of a menu to pick items for, but ultimately we're just going through on the same fucking path and the same pattern over and over again. Yada, motherfucker, yada. Star Trek urine, a space pirates trolls for the Federation. So soon with these sub-services will be all exclusive. Ray Donovan. I See Fury. How did you know that was the show I was trying to think of that I couldn't think of the words? I'd love to watch Ray Donovan. I would. I've heard amazing things on it, but I don't have Showtime service. Stars, I have access thanks to some awesome folks to log into Stars, but still, I'd like to actually have the service and shit. And all those things just to watch those shows. So it's, yeah, why don't I just buy cable and make it easy and then DVR shit? I want this streaming stuff to make life easy for me, not worse. So on that note, I do have a drink to go grab because of our super chat donation earlier from Karan. So I do need to pour myself a drink to take a drink, and we're going to get into some Game of Thrones feedback here and more rants about random shit here for the Issues program. Welcome to the Issues program, everyone. I'm Phil, the Issues Guy. So thank you, everyone in the live motherfucking chat for joining us. We have a phone line and a voicemail line open right now. If you want to get in, we'll take those calls towards the end of the show, but voicemail and phone lines are both open right now. You can see the numbers right on the screen. 714-694-4120 to call in. 781-990-8509. Also, add me on Skype at IGotIssuesMan if you want to send messages that way. There's also other ways. I'm pretty much any one of those little social media things I'm on. So find me. Find me. Talk to me. I want to talk to you. Send me inappropriate pictures on Snapchat. I like it. So, here we go. Let me play a song. This is from one of our amazing patrons and a really awesome dude. We got our buddy Hannibal, and this is our latest song from Hannibal. This is a Social Distortion song, I believe. So here we go. Here's some good old punk rock from Hannibal. I will be right back as I go get my drink.
Store Story of my
Nice job by our good friend Hannibal. Great fucking song. Great stuff. Live. The boat sex song needs to stay with me. The boat song into Pirate, Game of Thrones Rhapsody. Chair rotating. I thought for a moment it was Lotus. Fucking boat sex is classic. It doesn't sound, but fuck it. It doesn't sound perfect on acoustic, says Tom himself, but fuck it. Love this fucking band. Love Social Distortion. Awesome. Where's Timo? It doesn't feel like a stream without her. Timo is keeping herself safe in Florida right now. Lots of love to Timo. It's Hannibal singing. Timo better be safe from the hurricane. It is Hannibal, so let's give lots of love to Hannibal when you see him. He's been gracious enough to share a bunch of his songs with us that we've been playing on the show, and he is an amazing patron as well. So we got to say huge thanks to Hannibal for all the support he gives and all the patrons as well. So lots of love, Hannibal. And let's get to it. We got our first Super Chat donation of the day from Karan. So Karan, this is for you, buddy. You got drink. So here you go. I turn off the camera because I don't want to drink. It's a little Game of Thrones wine. So let's do this. I'll take a shot of wine since I don't have any hard alcohol here right now. Woo! Definitely set me in the right direction. So... oh my goodness. Okay, so let me see here. Now, we got a lot of stuff to get through today, and this is in honor of the Miss Timo here.
It's Timo's Red of the Night. It's Timo's Red of the Night. Fuck Sansa, fuck Sansa, fuck Sansa, fuck Sansa. It's Timo's Red of the Night. 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 It's the Red of the Night. Go Ramsey, go Ramsey, go Ramsey, slow. Go Ramsey, go.
But no, I very much appreciate all the support with the boat sex song. And as always, if you enjoy that, please share it, spread it around with a friend. I'd love as many people to hear that as possible. So thank you so much for all the support you guys gave me on that video. And yeah, no, I cannot say enough appreciation for this season of Game of Thrones. As we get into Game of Thrones discussion here, now, couple things to talk about. As I mentioned earlier, we were going to do a feedback show with Joe. Joe and I were having a little bit of trouble meeting up. We were going to do it for Saturday from the party. Oh, we got Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page in the live motherfucking chat. So, no. Good to see Jimmy. Good to see Felicia in there right now as well. Great to see. I need a trivia song, like a parody of America. Fuck you, but trivia. Trivia! Fuck yeah! I could record that for you. Trivia, fuck yeah, coming to talk to save the motherfucking day, yeah, trivia, fuck yeah. That'd be really good, Felicia. That'd be awesome. Remind me of that when I'm not drunk. Maybe I could do that. Get a simple karaoke version of the song and start screaming some trivia, fuck yeah. Can you play the Timo song? I don't know if you heard that before or after I already played it, SM. Please, fuck Timo. Not fuck Timo. Wait, no. Fuck Sansa. Some Dornish Red. When my friend Doug gets here, I'll begin drinking. Got a lot of dancing going on. Fuck Sansa. Love this song. Best song ever. Always a banger. Eventually, I am going to make a mix video with all the songs kind of put together with Timo, with Dickon, with Fresh Prince, with Boat Sex, and a couple of the other random songs I sang along the way. The problem is going back to listen to all the podcasts to like find the songs to like add them together. It's the same problem I'm having with the Joe rant. Someone asked me on Twitter. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the name. I don't have it in front of me right now. But someone asked me on Twitter if I was going to do a Joe rant compilation video. I'd love to. The biggest problem I have doing that is not knowing where in the videos the Joe rants are. So I have to like download a 3-hour video and then watch a 3-hour video just to pick out the points where Joe rants are. So if it comes to songs or Joe rants, if anyone happens to be watching any of the old videos or old podcasts, as I know, at different times throughout the year, we either get new fans that go back and watch stuff, or just people that are, you know, having fun and want to, watch the silliness again. If you ever come across one of the silly songs, or a rant of Joe or myself you want included into a compilation video, you guys can do me a real big favor by writing down the name of the video, typing down the name of the video and the timestamp of it, and sending it to me at igotissuesman@gmail.com, or DMing me on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. This isn't something anyone has to do or anything like that, but if anyone happens to be watching this stuff, I should have had like Tom do it when he did the full rewatch last year or something. But if anyone happens to be doing this at any point in time, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, today, whenever, it could be a year from now, whenever you happen to do that, please let me know and let me know, because I'll try to do it as well, but it's very time consuming, and if I had a place to kind of start, it would be easy, and maybe I can just kind of record the audio of the rants or the songs and put them together. So that stuff will be coming. It'll be coming all over the place, but any help that you guys can give us with that stuff, people want to hear like compilation of Joe rants, let me know some timestamps and stuff, and same with the songs. That would be greatly helpful and would save time, and those would get out a little bit more expeditiously. Or even when we're doing the podcast from now on, like oh, this is a fun Joe rant, timestamp me, and then be like, oh, Phil, check this timestamp out. So blah 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 blah. So someone asked where's Steph? Steph will be, this next podcast Steph will be a part of is our Emmys live reaction stream that we're doing a week from Sunday. She's always excited to do the reactions. She does not like podcasting. If you would, I would owe you the world. Felicia, I will absolutely do that. Do you want, remind me, send me a private message on Discord to remind me about doing that, because I could do it in like one afternoon and have a lot of fun doing it. And so, so yeah, no, definitely send me a private message about that. I would love to record a trivia. Oh, fuck yeah. As you can tell, but and yes, maybe one day too, as I mentioned, Steph is very, very, very happy and very thankful for all the positive comments from people on Boat Sex. She really wants Boat Sex to be seen by hundreds of thousands of people. So that's one of the most, out of anything she's ever done for the channel, that and the Shit Buddies song are probably her two favorite things. So if you're sharing it for Steph as well. So anyone asking about Steph, she's very proud of the Shit Buddies song, or I mean of the Boat Sex song. Mixtape, do it. Phil Mixtape. What's up, Craig? We got Craig in the live motherfucking chat. Thank you, Craig, for all the support you give. Superstar motherfucking Craig in the live chat. I love Craig. Ramen could never have the Boat Sex song, but it should get an Emmy. Fuck Sans is gonna win the Grammy this year. What about a Wayne's World commentary? No, that's okay. I'll watch it alone. Wayne's World commentary needs to happen. Although I want to wait on that for when we do put out the Issues Guy movie/cartoon, and it's basically just a blatant ripoff of Wayne's World. People will be less aware of it. I do have a half a script. Joe, anyone who's a fan of Joe on Facebook knows that his artist work is getting better. So I'm going to try to get Joe to draw a cartoon for us one day, and because live action would be a tougher experience, but we do have a sort of a script for a Issues Guy cartoon of some sort at some point. So yes, that is very much a copy of Wayne's World. It's a cloying pedestrian ripoff of Wayne's World with the Issues Guy stuff. And I'm proud of it. Proud of it, I say, motherfucker. Here we go. Let's go into the live motherfucking chat. Looking forward to Sansa and Dany meeting up in season 8. We have a lot in common. Both daughters of gross houses. Great houses. Both married twice. Both used as a pawn, and both sold and raped and overcame it. And also, if you haven't already, check out Quixote's link tonight in the Discord. The FOPs are rewatching Coming to America. Yes! Yes! Fuck you, too! Now, Joe Louis is the greatest boxer that ever lived. He's better than Cassius Clay, better than Sugar Ray, better than what that's new boy's name. New by Mike Tyson, head like a bulldog. But what about Rocky Marciano? Every time I start talking about boxing, someone's got to pull Rocky Marciano out his ass. That's their one. But compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit. He beat Joe Louis's ass. That's right, he didn't beat Joe Louis's ass. Sorry, funniest thing Arsenio Hall ever did. I don't know how old he was, but he got his ass kicked. Sorry, funny movie. Eddie Murphy at his best. I think that's the peak funny Eddie Murphy with Coming to America. He had several things that were funny afterwards, but I think he shot his comedic wad in Coming to America, and I think everything else from that, Boomerang was still good. Harlem Nights had some good points. Distinguished Gentlemen, Nutty Professor movies had their points, but I think the apex of Eddie Murphy's comedy career in movies was Coming to America for me. And great stuff in the live motherfucking chat. You guys are amazing. I've been looking forward to it. Hey, Scott, we got Scout in the live motherfucking chat. Holy shit, we got Craig with a $2 super chat donation for another spin of the motherfucking wheel. Let me spin that wheel for Craig. No, be careful. Be careful. Here we go. Woohoo. Woohoo. Just let your soul glow, baby, all so silky smooth. It's your pick, Craig, so you can pick drink, bite of sandwich, silly song, freaking spin again. 5 minutes with the dog head on, or the shit helmet on. So Craig, you've won a pick of your choosing. We got Scout in the live motherfucking chat. We got The Walking David, who will be joining us on October 1st, hopefully on that night, if not right after that on one of the following weeks. But David will be reviewing some Curb Your Enthusiasm with me this year. So any fans of The Walking David on the channel, Walking David will be a big part of things in October for 10 weeks with Curb Your Enthusiasm. We're going to review and recap every episode this season, or at least the ones that David can make it to. And also David is one of our fill-in hosts for The Walking Dead, and I know Joe can't make every episode, so David will be doing some fill-in work for The Walking Dead stuff as well. So lots of love to The Walking David in the live motherfucking chat right now. We got Jack in the live motherfucking chat right now. We got Craig. So much good stuff. Craig says drink. Craig wants me to drink. Creating Paces is peak Eddie Murphy. So here we go. Another drink for you, Craig. Thank you so much to everyone that donates in Super Chat. Seriously, I joke about this, or I mention it a lot. The Super Chat donations keep me going, keep me being able to rationalize doing this to Stephanie, and just keep me having fun doing this. And right now, it's even more important than ever on YouTube for that kind of support. So that and our patron support is incredibly rewarded and appreciated. That's why we do the wheel. Gonna add some more toys and tricks over the years for stuff like that. And with Patreon, for any of our Patreon people, we like to do little clips or little special videos just for you guys, or let you guys share some of your stuff on the show, like songs or rants or whatever. So thank you to everyone that supports us in either of those ways. Everyone, even if you don't do that, everyone that watched the show is equally as important and wonderful to me. It really is. But you guys that donate keep me going and keep me pushing at this. So thank you so much. Lady Fair, awesome. Can't wait to see the live Curbs. I need something to watch during the Game of Thrones off season. Alan, remember Harlem Nights for later when movie weeks. Richard Pryor, one of Richard Pryor's last big roles before he had his I believe it was a stroke that he had. But Walking David, yes, fucking motherfucking crazy shit going on. Like, I'm gonna piss in a plastic bottle so I won't miss a minute of any of this shit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be drunk in like 2 hours. I'll be trolling my own trivia. Tonight is the classic rock trivia or music trivia thing, I believe, Felicia. Hello, Felicia. And also, I forgot to mention, on October 14th, we're going to be doing some trivia thing on this channel. It's not going to be the same kind of thing that all the other channels that are doing trivia do, a more of an interactive thing. This is going to be a little bit more inclusive. where I used to do a radio show back in 2007, 8, 9, and we had a series of music trivia competitions with my cousin Craig and Matt, our Sopranos co-host, and my cousin Alan, which Craig ultimately became victorious for. On October 14th, that evening, we're going to have all three of them over with buzzers, and I'm going to be the host, and we're going to use the wheel as well and for category selection, and it's going to be a rock and roll music trivia competition of sorts. People can join in the live motherfucking chat, but I won't have my eye so much on the chat. It's more going to be about the competition that we have with the people in the room, but we definitely challenge you guys to compete and with our opponents, and if anyone thinks they can beat one of our champion of that, we're glad to bring you on. So lots of love to everyone that does the trivia competitions and makes everyone inclusive. This will be, like I said, a little bit different. It's not going to be like join, play the trivia. But if you haven't already, definitely check out. There's a lot of really good channels that do trivia type stuff right now, which I have a lot of fun with. I don't always participate in the chat, but I'm always watching and popping on in. So love all the work Felicia does, and she's funny as a bastard too, so check out that stuff. Oh, Scout Teeny says, spin that wheel. Microscope money, baby. Let's do it. Yeah, I gotta get that microscope, baby. So everybody, first of all, I owe a drink. I realized that now I need to start actually doing what the wheel says. Someone called me, they're like, why do the wheel if you're gonna ignore it? So I'm not gonna ignore the wheel anymore. No wheel ignoring. Another glass of wine. Oh, we got Sam right there. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Harry Potter versus Lord of the Rings tonight. Sorry about that. Harry Potter versus Lord of the Rings. I'm an idiot. Game of Thrones next week. Scout Teeny for a super chat donation. Thank you so much. Someone do a super chat for a Jilly review. you want a pick anything? You got some drum fun, Scout. Scout got some drum fun, so excuse me for a second. It's been a while. It's been a while since I did this drum set. So where is it? Here's some drum fun for you, Scout. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Oh shit, get out of there, ball. Sorry about that. Sorry if that was A, too loud, B, really disgusting, because I don't practice the drum set enough, and I haven't eaten a sandwich yet today. So that's for you, buddy. Scout Teeny, get some drums! Yes! Love you, Scout. So, awesome. Love the drums. Sorry. I have absolutely zero conceptual understanding on how loud or awful that might have sounded through the microphones, but there you go. There's some drum fucking fun for you, buddy. And thank you so much for the super chat donations. And thank you to everyone for all the support you guys give me in the live motherfucking chat. So let's continue here and get into our Game of Thrones discussion to a certain extent. And let's go over here to to our first question of the day. Now, some of these are from last week. Some of these are from today. And so let's get into them. Now, do you think that... This is from Leslie from Chicago. Thank you for all your questions this year, Leslie. Appreciate that more than you know. And... Sativa time. Woohoo! The volume was a good thing. Okay, so the volume was not too bad. Good. Good to know that the volume was not too horrible. Dust off the copy of the gutter. And so this is from our Leslie from Chicago. Now, hi Phil, do you think that Euron will be the one to kill Cersei? There's no way he is going to be Cersei's lapdog through the entire series. Have you heard the possible? But I haven't heard possible leaks for season 8. I might have read this one on the night of the show too. Do you think that Tyrion is going to betray Dany to protect his family? I think something happened in that moment with him and Cersei. I think Cersei's playing Tyrion for his emotional reaction. I don't know if Tyrion is actively wanting to betray Dany in the way that he just wants to protect his family at this point, and he always wanted to protect his family. And I think Cersei knows that, knows how much he cared for the kids, heard what Tyrion said. This is all a plan by Cersei. The way she said Euron did right by leaving to protect his family, holding her belly. And then when it cut with, oh, Tyrion's going to think he's smart by figuring this out. Tyrion cares about the kids. It's going to buy us even more time. So I do think maybe with there's some, excuse me, I'm about to burp. Excuse me. There's some hornswoggling afoot there by Cersei to Tyrion. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited that I'm able to come out here on Fridays. I'm glad I have a schedule that allows me to come out here Friday afternoons to be able to talk to you guys. I like being able to be in a concrete time. So I want to make Fridays and Sundays a definite thing and then try to fill in as many other days a week as possible. So upcoming here now, Fridays and Sundays are definitely, it's the weekend. Just consider this the introduction to the fucking weekend and the goofy bastard that is me. So thank you so much. And, oh, we got Kemi. Hello, motherfucker. Great to see you in this chat. The phone lines are open right now. You can call in at 781. No, wait. You can call in and leave a voicemail at 781-990-8509 or call in our call-in lines, which I'll be getting to in a little bit, at 714-694-4120, or as Ian said, almost 420. That was me typing 420 and trying to get it. Kemi, lots of fun talk on the Discord with Kemi the other day. Lots of love to Kemi, if it's the same Kemi. Sounds like my kind of thing. Tyrion breaking bad and becoming Impyberg. Impyberg. I can't fucking say that. We got Nymeria. Great to see Nymeria. And if you haven't already, I say it every time, but subscribe to Nick Hodges History Buffs and check out the last two live streams to hear Nymeria live. She is awesome. Nick and Nymeria have great chemistry. So definitely check out the History Buff live streams to check out Nymeria live. So great to see Nymeria in the live motherfucking chat right now. I'm already going through, Kim is going through Game of Thrones withdrawals, hashtag dopesick. Critch says, Season 7, Tyrion is betraying Dany, but not in his own mind. Littlefinger's string ran out. Jon and Dany boat sex leading to drama in 8, wall coming down. And so, do you think if Dany has a baby, would it be half dragon and half wolf? Literally half dragon and half wolf. It will... have a little wolf tail but a dragon head and stuff like that. If that old thing, would you rather is this from a How I Met Your Mother episode? Would you rather be mermaid top or mermaid bottom if you're dating a mermaid? Would you rather dragon top or dragon bottom? I think I would probably rather this wolf top, dragon bottom, I think. 75% dragon, 25% wolf. And Andrea, we watched almost all of Westworld. You guys were right. Cannot watch while sleepy. So much goes on. The penultimate for season 1 had me fucking rolling. I don't remember the number, Phil. You're in my phone book. I remember I don't need the number, Phil. You're in my phone book. I have you on speed dial, asshole. I just want to know that they're open. Same old. Good to see everyone in the live chat. You guys are awesome today. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for popping on in for the fun, silly, goofosity of this podcast. So, other questions. Phil, do you think that the Jon, Dany, and Jaime had the intention to fight the army of dead beyond the wall? Viserion flies like a fighter jet now. Hey, Phil, do you think that Jon, Dany had the intention? I think at this point, no one knows that other than Tormund and anyone who was at Eastwatch. No one really knows that the wall has been broken down by the Night King. So I think probably everyone's intentions now would be to go and fight them on the other side of the wall, go through the wall and make one final stand right at the front of the wall. And Eastwatch, similar to where Jon and crew bumped into them on the Lake of Ice or something like that. So I think that's probably what their initial plan is. What's going to happen now that they busted through, Last Hearth is going to get destroyed, Carthold is going to get destroyed, and I think, for my imagination, that the fight is going to start at Winterfell. But it's hard, though, for me to imagine 6 episodes when they have so little to get to Winterfell, unless it just destroys everything and everybody. And we just get sort of like the mad destruction of characters. But everyone seems to be heading to Winterfell, and that's the 3rd stop along the way. I don't have Joe's map with me, but I'm pretty sure that Winterfell would be the third stop. And I don't know what the Night King is planning. And I don't know how much I want to know what he's planning. It's just, with 6 episodes, now that they've already crossed this barrier, I'm not saying it seems like a lot, but too many, because I want more. But it's a very compelling thought to think about how they're going to plan all of this out with the events that happen. Anyone wants to say whatever they want to say about 7. 7 got us to this point right now. But where do they go in these 6 episodes? How do they block out time for each event that's going to happen? Who is our ultimate final thing that needs to be accomplished? The final thing going to be a struggle between Jon and Dany on who sits the throne? Is that going to be fucking stupid? Is it going to be a one-on-one dragon fight with the Night King and Jon Snow and an explosion? Michael Bay steps in to direct that episode? Is it going to be more surreal and darker on some level and more cerebral and stuff? I don't know. And I think that's the biggest what-if question going into this last season. How soon are they going to be a threat? Is it going to be something like, oh, we think the White Walkers are this whole build-up, and then they end up being nothing, and there's just like a one simple battle where everyone joins together, but then Cersei wasn't there. Cersei's our real adversary, so to speak. Or, at best, Game of Thrones isn't that simple, and everything is gray, and we don't know what the rightful thing is. So I'm very curious and very, very compelled to see what Season 8 is going to be like. What is in the box? I think they're going to beat the Night King by episode 3, and the few last episodes will be them dealing with Cersei, says Craig. Bran was flying the ravens, though watching, so I guess Winterfell knows. Excellent point, Andrea. I didn't even think about that. The Bran knows, so the Night King, so Winterfell knows now too. So, excellent point. Totally missed that. RoboBran 9000 knows. People are like, come on, Phil. RoboBran 9000 knows. Seriously, I don't remember what fucking happened last episode. I might need a recap. Word of the day, goofosity. The ultimate killing machine, half man, half dragon, half wolf. Oh my god, it's getting to me. A little, I drank too much. The Night King is just improving all of this. Dude, warg into some ravens and poop on that like button, says Claudia. Felicia says, the way to beat the others is to start building factories to do what we did, because a greenhouse effect. They'll stay frozen. I know my poor Bay Baelish is gone, says Nymeria. Carmine's somewhere saying that as well. But what about the people in the Northern Grove? Death. 10 points for anyone got that. The Foresters, you mean? What about the remaining Foresters? No, Nymeria, his face still exists, or he could become a white. They could try to beat the others and start. Okay, so let's continue. Let's take a couple more questions that we have here and then we're going to go to the live questions and comments. So this is from area code 323. How did I say? This is from area code 323. Question: do you think that Game of Thrones is showing very little about L plus R equals J because they are saving it for a spin-off series? Do we think we're seeing less of Rhaegar because of that reason? Is that why they recasted Rhaegar? Why they casted Viserys for Rhaegar? What's funny about that is it's a joke. It's a joke. That's not the same actor playing it. But I said that in the video, and people were like, "Oh wow, I totally didn't know that was the same actor." Possibly. I think that's definitely a window of time that could be explored a lot further with the tournament and leading into the beginnings of Robert's Rebellion. I think that is a big, hiveable, mineable area for spin-off series, and I think that's a part of what people want to see. So I think they're probably just giving us the information they need to give us, and other than that, basically doing what you say and maybe saving some of that stuff for a prequel or a sequel series. Yeah, the Foresters and their blue fire. Yep, the Foresters and the blue fire. 10 points for me. Fucking anything I tried to do. Spoiler word for the video game. Ramsay kills that fucking kid. And then I have to reach my hand in that heart. It's fucking disgusting. God, I love that game, and I'm excited they're making a season 2. From Iron and from Ice, Snitches Get Stitches, say House Forrester. Fucking House Forrester, baby. So I want more of that tournament, and just that time period would be fun to see in real life. It's a Rhaegar spinoff. If it's a Rhaegar spinoff, I'm out. So is Johnny Giantsbane. It's like, fuck. Do I have to watch that? Fuck. I should avoid that R plus L ship. I want more of that tournament. I just want more of that period. I do as well. Oh, and I forgot. I have one super chat drink that I still owe to. So Thank you to everyone that has donated in Super Chat. Got me a little buzzy taking shots of wine. That's always a pleasure. So everyone, thank you so much for all the Super Chat donations. You guys are incredible. Incredible. Phil gets all the points. Hannibal, we played your song earlier in the podcast as your social distortion song. Lots of love to Hannibal in the live motherfucking chat. Who's at the Dread Fort right now? Good fucking question. I think that was a big giant matzo ball hanging over that scene when they started talking about what to do with Carhold and Last Hearth. There was no talk about the Dread Fort. Like, is the Dread Fort going to be destroyed? Should it be destroyed? I mean, is that just already assumed that it is? What's the remaining Bolton forces? Or who's in charge of the Dread Fort right now? It's a good damn question. Good damn question. I played the Social D one. Story of my life. So as I'm getting a little buzzy because I'm drinking Game of Thrones wine. Yes, Thornish Red. Goodfellas live commentary now. Give me a Goodfellas live commentary. That can definitely be arranged, Tom. Can definitely be arranged. We'll happily take all prescriptions. Not prescriptions. Suggestions. I take lots of prescriptions too. See what happens when I don't eat a sandwich? I need to play a message and eat a sandwich or something. So let's listen to a voicemail. I don't know if this is a full voicemail because it says it's just 11 seconds. So this might be a false start here. Yep, it's a little bit of a
hippie.
Yeah, hippie. Someone just called me a hippie. That's funny. Someone waited like a whole time just to call me a hippie. Yep. Except, well, no, some hippies shower. I'm like a good smelling hippie. I promise you. I shower daily. I like go out to hippie festivals and the hippies surround me. They're like, what's this weird aura around you, dude? I said it's called a shower, young hippie. You should try it. And what the fuck? Ah! Speaking of hippies.
Fucking Joe! I fucking love you, man.
My best friend. Love you, fucking Joe. I am starting early. It really depends on the Night's King heads, which castle he heads towards. Tom, you're drunk already. You're supposed to be our seasoned pro. You're supposed to be our seasoned pro. So now I'm going to go over to Skype, and if people want to add me on Skype, you can do that at I Got Issues Man. I mentioned that I'm also on Snapchat for different ways you can reach me. I'm on Instagram on Lotus the Dog. You can check that out. I am on Snapchat. What the fuck is my fucking Snapchat? Fucking bullshit. If you want to send me questions that way, at Garrick, G-A-R-A-K, Quark, Q-U-A-R-K. So you can send me messages that way, or Skype at I Got Issues Man. So feel free to touch me in all inappropriate places. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm returning a text message. An inappropriate. Oh, yeah. Dangerous. Dangerous. Someone's like, I live near you. And I'm like, yeah, it is dangerous. Oh, Joe Beckman with a $3 super chat donation. Holy fuck. Thank you so much, Joe Beckman. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Here's your spin of the motherfucking wheel. Spinning and spinning and spinning, Joe. You are incredible. Holy fucking shit, motherfucker. Another one. I gotta drink another one. You're incredible, Joe. Thank you. Thank you, Joe, for an incredible... You guys are just landing on nothing but drink today. It's fucked up. Let's take another drink. Fuck yeah. No sandwiches, but I'm a drinky today. Geekology. Everybody, welcome to the channel for some geekology. This is me, Phil, the Issues Guy. I'm going to touch you in inappropriate places. Verbally. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you better send me some nudes via Skype or Snapchat, Tom. And also, yes, I'm also on Thrones Amino. You can find me there as well. So any ways you want to find me and send me questions for Game of Thrones stuff, content as we're coming up, or getting into some other shows, I love to talk to you guys and love to babble to you guys, and I have no life of my own, so I appreciate you guys talking and in the interactions I have with you guys. So, and hijacking your lives. No, seriously, but thank you so much, guys. So let's listen to our buddy Joshua, some of his voicemails. And on the note of Joshua, speaking of something else from Hannibal, let's get a real, as someone said, this isn't a technical difficulty. This is a fucking tragedy right here. So listen to Joshua's messages here. Let me turn the volume down, because Skype tends to be a little hot. Oh yeah, it does.
What the fuck, guys? We have been screwed. We have been robbed. I was sitting there with my lotion and my tissues, and all we got was John's fucking butt cheeks. No side butthole or anything. Oh, God damn it.
Poor Joshua. I agree. Stephanie complained about the same thing. She's like, come on, if we're going to have to deal with boat sex, if I'm going to sing my little boat sex song and get all silly and be like, here's my fucking boat sex song, I'm going to sing it, listen to it, it's wonderful.
It's about John and Daenerys, a love that's kind of gross. Though she's proud to call the wolf her guy, the thought of it makes me groan inside.
I hope you all feel the same way too, and don't ever keep it inside. 'Cause a dragon eggs may need his wolf balls, but I just keep on laughing till I cry about
This boat sex, it's not what I want. Boat sex with the dude and his aunt. There's nothing needed about it in my eyes. If they'd asked for my opinion, I'd emphatically say why. It's boat sex and it hurts my eyes.
They're closer than the average man and wife.
That's why her tattoo says Jon Snow knows everything.
He likes to ride a dragon's bareback.
He's the only Targaryen to be inside of her.
There's no need to clarify.
Oh no,
It just gets grosser and grosser each day.
it's like I had sex with my crazy aunt on a boat.
In a totally glorified way.
It's boat sex, that's gross, I admit. It's boat sex, it's making me sick. The feeling of watching two relatives having sex on a boat.
He'll be there to watch her burn it all.
She'll be there to watch the night. It's boat sex, and we all know why. When I say I hate this crowd,
It's not just you.
it's just what
It's not just you.
it implies. It's boat sex.
I'm not even totally against team incest. I don't think incest is that big of a deal on Game of Thrones. That's why, I mean, I even write in the comment section of that video, it's not to be taken too seriously. But I think in the context of Game of Thrones, incest is a very, very, very relatively normal thing with the Targaryens. So the aunt and nephew thing isn't too weird, and they didn't know it, so it's none of that shit. So realistically speaking, you know, boat sex is just a joke, but it's just kind of gross. But yes, to answer your question, Joshua Sauer thing, yes, Stephanie and I know a lot of people wanted a lot more of John's butt or some more Daenerys in that scene. If we're just being like we've been waiting for the two, quote unquote. And I don't think, not in my opinion, as I mentioned a lot, Talisa, but okay, Jon Snow, arguably most attractive guy in the show, and arguably the two most attractive people for some people on the show. We all know why, banging, and we only get we don't even get a full side butthole shot of Jon Snow or Dany. We just get sort of like this creepy in the bed shot paralleled with Bran doing his creepy, I saw you last night, fucking your aunt. I saw you, Jon. I saw you. You looked beautiful. You know, so we just get that mixed with that. It was sort of hard to fully enjoy the situation, if that's the way you wanted to enjoy this situation. As someone in the chat said, I got tissues, man. I totally got tissues, man. The music video for Boat Sex. Thank you so much, Iron. That song is great. My son thought it was awesome as well. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Stephanie and I had an amazing time recording the audio of that, and Johnny had a good time putting together the video. So thank you so much. Again, I say it a lot. Thank you to all the kind words for that. And through this off season, keep pushing it, keep throwing it, and when we get into season 8 stuff, keep sharing it again, guys. Let's get it out there. Let's get some anybody and everybody. There's still a ton of Game of Thrones fans that have not seen that. So I so much appreciate all the support. The troll value for being on Team Incest is sick. Phil doing duets with his fucking wife. Phil, you're the fucking man. They're not the most attractive, Phil, you asshole. Danny's parents are both brother and sisters, and Ned's parents are both Starks. This song is so beautiful. It's not like brother and sister banging. Joanna and Tywin were first cousins. It didn't bother me, oddly enough. It did. I know you're clean, Phil. It's not that, like, again, the incest part of it didn't bother me. And again, the song was a joke. I wrote it before even seeing the scene, just knowing that it was going to be glorified a little bit. But ultimately, when it really comes down to it, the incest factor, I think, is going to be ultimately a non-factor. It's more going to just be about, oh, you're a Targaryen too, and you're the real heir to the throne situation. And some people that are going to be supporting Jon in that line, maybe. I think the fact that they're cousins and nephew and niece. Well, Jon's hair does look pretty. Nephew and aunt doing it is going to be not going to be as much of a factor as, I don't even think it's going to be a factor at all, really. To a point where, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, yeah, sure. Well, Targaryens have been, well, okay, cool. Cersei and Jaime are, Jaime's going to be in the north when Jon finds out. And Sam and Bran are going to tell Jon, and Jaime's going to be standing right there. And Jon's going to turn to Jaime, and Jaime's going to go, dude, I fucked my sister. And Jon's going to go, oh, okay. See you guys later. I'm going to go fuck the queen again. It's going to be that simple. It's that simple of a scene. And I love the boat sex emojis. I love you, Jimmy. Whoa. And here we go. Funny fucking stuff going on, and let's turn this down. I accept that, Claudia. I accept your comment, and I raise you one. But yes, if anyone wants to add me on Skype, definitely feel free at I Got Issues, man. If you want to leave a message that way or connect that way, that might be the best possible way for people outside of the United States that don't want to die 001 or whatever the country code and shit is to dial into my show and be held on hold or like be balked by a message. So definitely everyone add me on Skype at I Got Issues, man. Yeah, aunt and nephew having sex. It's just like homeschooling. Jon is the anti-hero. The incest support group meets at Winterfell Library on Wednesday nights. Don't come knocking if the boat is rocking. And yeah, exactly. And Phil, your face is so beautiful and majestic that it blocks the sun with your devilish looks. Thank you, Freddie. Come here, Freddie. Like, but what's awesome about this podcast is because, I'm like old as dirt here. Like, over the next few years, it's going to be wonderful watching me slowly get uglier and uglier every year. And then I can put out a playlist and just like go make it like some sick flip book watching myself. It's going to be so much fun. But no, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I blush. See, I'm red. This is me blushing. You're sweet. Oh my goodness. No, awesome, Nymeria. Perfect. That's why absolutely everybody add me on Skype if you haven't, if you're outside of the country, so you guys can get on in the conversation that way, where we can take Skype calls and take Skype calls and take Skype messages and all that sort of stuff. So let's get back to Joshua. Joshua has a couple more messages to play before we move on here to a couple of comments in the comment section. Then I'm going to go over to the phone lines and get some people in today. So let's get Joshua's other message, as I still owe you guys a drink.
I know you guys liked the final scene with Sansa, Bran, and Arya against Littlefinger, but I can't.
I didn't personally like it. I think Joe liked that scene. I think that's Joe you're talking about. But no, I'll continue playing this. Phil, you age like wow, thank you. I'm gonna get sour and go bad. I'm kidding. No, Phil, you'll be like Benjamin Buttons and stay beautiful forever. Twincest bad, Oncest good, question mark. Will Danny's mercenary lover go to Westeros from the Golden Company? I do think that's a potential. I'll talk about that in season 8 predictions, but I do think Dario and the Second Sons will end up working with the Golden Companies to bring Dario back into the story. Just because. That's how this show usually rolls.
Guys, I know you guys liked the final scene with Sansa, Bran, and Arya against Littlefinger, but I can't say I do, and it's really a testament to how shit the characters become in this season. But like, it really didn't strike me as Littlefinger. I mean, this is a guy who's meant to be so witty, who's meant to be smart, who's meant to be cunning, who's meant to be quick, and the way he went out was just not like him. I mean, it should have been a lot more harder than. I really thought, I mean, if they'd let him talk, he might be able to sway some people. It should have been more like a court, if you get what I mean. I really think the final thing with him begging on the ground was so pathetic. I mean, I can kind of understand it, because Littlefinger's power doesn't lie in like force or fighting, and you know, he does strike me as sort of a coward, but at the same time, just that build up to it just wasn't earned.
Yep.
It wasn't long enough, I didn't think either.
Nope.
I think it should have been more talking with Littlefinger just trying to wiggle his way out of it, trying to just fight his way out of it. But I really am disappointed, and it's really sad for a character who's that good. Thanks for listening.
No, and I would actually agree with you 100%. I think especially now I'm working on doing a rewatch of the season and stuff, and I know I'm sometimes more positive than some people, or more hardcore nitpicky than others. I think if looking at it from a wide-angle lens and thinking about the whole season, inarguably, I think the Sansa, Littlefinger, and Arya stuff is the worst stuff of this season, for many reasons. For a lack of communication, for a lack of transparency on some level, for a lack of imagination on how all of that is going to go down from a simple writing, plotting standpoint. I think it's a shame, because I do think the actor that plays Littlefinger did what he could with what he got in that situation. But I think the whole season was Littlefinger out of character. And I think with Arya and Sansa too, it was creating false tension, where real tension exists between the characters as people. And you see that. What the scene I really liked was the last scene we get between them when they're on the roof of on the towers, or in the pass through in Winterfell, and kind of just talking about missing their father, and about how, you know, you're the bravest person I know, blah, 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 because I felt like that was real. And I feel like at core of what kind of people they are, you could have created rifts between Sansa and Arya in a more natural way, like you did with Jon and Sansa. As much as I'm like, fuck Sansa in those moments with Jon, when she's like calling him out in public and like talking to him behind closed doors, using the Joffrey, like, you're like Joffrey, blah, 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 that we get at the beginning of the season. That felt earned. It felt like, oh, this is Jon dealing with someone that, Jon being the person he dealt with and the way he grew up, and also being a Targaryen inside as well, and being good at ruling and making his decision is final. With Sansa, who was raised but with Cat, that had a negative tone towards Jon and looked down on Jon a little bit. I feel like that was earned, done well. It's something that's really done well, just from, even if I hate Sansa during that, I feel like it was depicted well in the show. Arya and Sansa, just the opposite. It was like, if it was clear that they were fucking with Littlefinger the whole time, that would have been better. If it was clear that Arya was just pissed at Sansa for other things, it would have been better. It just came off as very false to me in every possible way, as well as the Littlefinger's tactics. I keep saying Littlefinger should have left the minute Bran said something, but if he stuck around, we should have seen Littlefinger more wheeling and dealing, trying to raise up more people against Jon, show him actually doing that, and actually trying to get people to protect him or something like that. seems like they didn't know how to get rid of Littlefinger. He doesn't have much to play in the end game, so they decided to make it simple the way he dies and just make it be stupid and that he's this and that and another thing and all these things and just basically break his character. And I think if anything I'm upset about this season is the pacing. Yeah, you know, some of the action problems that some people have with the episodes are fine and good. I accept those problems. Doesn't bother me as much. But the Littlefinger stuff and the whole Winterfell storyline once Jon left this season, I feel like was a shit show of a mess. And just stunk to me as like, a lot of those characters, who knows how relevant they're going to be in the war to come at the end. So it's like, we don't necessarily know what to do with them. We need to clear the deck a little bit. And I don't know. I just thought it was a disappointment to me as well. Let's go to the live motherfucking chat. Twincest worst. Yep. And the thing about the twincest, exactly. When you grow up with somebody, it's worse than if you've just met somebody for the first time and you didn't really realize you were related to them. Like Jon and Dany aren't doing anything wrong knowingly. Whereas Jaime and Cersei always were doing something wrong knowingly. They always knew they were relatives and that was bad. Or maybe not, because they look at their mother and father and their cousins. So whatever. Let's go down the live chat a little bit. Scroll down. Sansa better step up next season or else she is the dumbest character in all of Game of Thrones. Littlefinger did it all for the nookie so he could eat the cookie. Fuck Sansa. Number one rule: don't let the nookie you can't get make you an idiot. Ozzy says I want to see Jorah and Lyanna Mormont incest. That's not icky at all, is it? No, Ozzy, not icky at all. Oh my goodness. Don't forget. Oh, thank you, Quixote. Littlefinger had screwed over everyone in that room with the power from Lord Royce to Bran. Crying like a little bitch is never uncharacteristic when you're in love. I hope we get to see a deleted scene between Sansa and Bran. I can't believe they cut that shit out. Lady Deep Dish Pizza. That makes me so fucking hungry. Good name change, by the way. It makes me so fucking hungry. Yeah, I just think it was a myriad of stupidity in that section of the episode, section of the season. Everybody, super chatters, thank you so much. Critch says Littlefinger sealed his fate by his early successes. He peaked early. He killed all the tall grass so the other predators could finally see him. And this is something that, and I'm not a huge book to show kind of situation, but it's part of the reason why I think I had problems with Littlefinger, the casting of Littlefinger from the beginning. I think the actor does an excellent job, and I know someone's going to say, Phil, fuck you, he's great. Fuck you, you're an asshole. I think he's too obvious as a sly motherfucker. You look at him in his face, and he's just smiling, that Cheshire cat smile or whatever. I think Littlefinger, at core, should be someone you never guess is fucking you over. I don't know if that makes sense to me. The way I always read him was someone that he wasn't as obvious outwardly that he was a bad guy. It was more you were convinced by his friendliness and his warmth. I don't know. I think I maybe read it a little different or interpreted it, listened to it a little bit differently. The name Peter. Better take a sandwich break. We need poor Baelish. All I ever wanted was a Stark girl. Also, it was kind of creepy. How he was grooming her like a pedo. Everyone should be drinking with Phil. It's only fair. I'm a little upset Littlefinger's plans just kind of fell apart on him. It's like he was suddenly completely taken off guard as if he never considered the people betraying him. I'm not always the most honest person. I at times in my life have been accustomed to manipulation and tactics and shit like that. I'm over it, but in my youth I had those momentary times. The only way you're a good poker player, the only way you're a good manipulator, and my grandfather used to say, don't lie because you have to remember what you tell everybody. And I have a bad memory. That's what he said about himself. He's like, I didn't lie. But ultimately, you need to always consider every possible scenario, every outplan, every good criminal, good manipulator, good poker player, good whatever, has a million outs. They always know a way to get out of a situation. They're not so ironclad, so focused, so iron-focused on one thing or another, and without ever having an out of their situation. And I think that was the biggest problem with the Littlefinger storyline. Not even that he just stayed there and went through everything. It seemed like he was so convinced Sansa was on his side from beginning to end and would never betray him like this. And so he sunk all his eggs into that basket. And that doesn't seem like Littlefinger at all. Maybe that he would get overwhelmed, and because I keep saying being so blinded by Sansa's vagina or Stark Tully, Cat's vagina would not be enough for him. But it's been proven that that is enough for Littlefinger. Littlefinger was basically going to give up his life when he was a child with Ned's brother for his heart, and did so much for his heart. So I guess it is a character trait that he would be irrational because of his heart. But it isn't a character trait that he wouldn't have 10 outs at this point in his life. So I don't buy that more than the fact that he was focused on it, which, again, once Arya and Bran show up, as much as you think you have a foothold in on Sansa, she's basically telling you the whole season through her mannerisms, Peter, fuck right off. And between that and between Bran, I am so out. I am so gone that you couldn't get me out of that Winterfell quick enough. And I think that, and I'll say it again, I think that's in character for Littlefinger. He would have fucking escaped. But. Let's keep going. Keep going in the live motherfucking chat. Keisha says, it's bad writing. Game of Thrones has a habit of when they kill a smart villain, suddenly they become dumb. They did it with Roose Bolton. I know it was autocorrect there, but I want to say it the way Roose Bolton, and he couldn't see Ramsay killing him. Come on, he knows that Ramsay's untrustworthy, but cannot see Ramsay killing him to be when he stops becoming his heir. I agree. Maybe his heart was metaphorically cut and made him cold-hearted. Phil, they have 6 episodes left and over 30 significant characters left alive. Do you think it's even possible for most of them to get solid conclusions to the stories? Joe, no. I think a lot of our characters, like some of maybe Sansa and people like that, are going to have less of a role next season. I could be completely wrong, but I think it's more going to be just about our big players. And I don't know. I wonder what Sansa's going to do when she sees White Walkers. I'm going to go join them. I'm so hard on her. So let's continue a little bit. We got one last message from Joshua. Play this.
Guys, it's me again, and final time, and it's sad because I actually like this.
I love how disappointed Joshua sounds in his voice. I love you, Joshua. Thank you for a lot of amazing messages this season and being a great Skype contributor. You're the balls, man. So let's play Joshua.
Guys, it's me again, and final time, and it's sad because I actually like this episode, but I just gotta mention one thing, and that was the final scene with the wall coming down. And did anyone else find that just underwhelming? I mean, the wall had been hyped for so long, and then I guess it kind of confirms, well, it's got to, that the Night King was luring Dany. I mean, it just seems like a really shit writing. I mean, what else? I mean, the show gives no clue, no inkling that the Night King was luring Dany. So this is us, the fans, speculating. But that's gotta be the answer to it. Or else, how else was the Night King gonna get through the wall? I mean, and is anyone disappointed that... I mean, the Night King... The wall was meant to be this magically protected thing, and I guess Dragonfire does it. But I can't help but just feeling like nothing when I was watching that episode. I mean, it was cool. Visually, that scene was amazing. But just thinking about it, thinking, okay, so if Dany had listened to the advice of Tyrion, she would never have gone down. And then how was the Night King planning to do it? I mean, there's so many ways this could have gone down. I mean, we thought the writing is horrible. I've got to say. I mean, I'm loving the show. I mean, as far as like end season episodes go for a season, this is not that great. That's my opinion. Thanks for playing this, I guess. Love you.
You're awesome, Joshua. I do admit that Visually, I like that scene a lot. The visual. I think there were a couple comedic scenes, like when the Night King's bouncing up and down the dragon. It's kind of comical. You could put the Benny Hill music to it. Dun 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 dun. I get a lot of people's gripes with how the wall finally came down and the whole setup. There's some fansplaining I could do. You could say that the Night King had maybe a couple plans to get through the wall, and this one just kind of fell into his lap a little bit. He could have foreseen this all. But, saying he could foresee it all is almost like saying a wizard did it. Yeah, it's all worked out this way because the Night King is really a green seer and has special powers we can't quite comprehend. So he planned this whole thing out, and he knew Dany was going to make that decision. But that just doesn't make a lot of sense in the world that we've built so far. So I definitely appreciate people's problems with that final scene and the fact that the Night King needed a dragon to break down the wall and yada, yada, yada. That there was, it seemed like there was a magic barrier. There was so much anticipation went into, was the touch of Bran? Was it going to be a horn? Is it going to be this? How is the spell of the wall going to be broken down? But ultimately it all comes together because Jon had a stupid plan to go hunt and get a dragon, and Dany wanted to bone Jon, so she ignored Tyrion's first good advice of the season to go get Jon to lose a dragon, and the Night King knew that was all going to happen. It is a little convenient. It is, and I'm not going to whistle past the graveyard of the silliness of that, and I get people's problems with it. Not to mention like the visual of how it all fell down and they're all walking through and stuff. So I get it. I did find that last scene, it wasn't my favorite part of the episode, and it was a little... I could see the people that find it a little cheesy. I can definitely see why you guys find it cheesy, and I can definitely see why it's something that pisses off a lot of people. It didn't piss me off quite as much in that moment because I'm more into it. It did in a sense, but then at this point I'm just like, okay, it happened. Let's move on. What's going to happen now that they're through? But you're right. I can't tell you you're not right. Fansplaining the benefits of eating flan. I so agree with the caller. I definitely agree with the caller. Like, there's Claudio disagrees. French caller fancy. Our love was like wildfire, then you blew it. True, he could have hidden the veil like a little psycho who might have... talking about the Littlefinger stuff. Again. Global warming should have led to the melting of the wall. Cut Sam and Gilliam, Missandei and Grey Worm. Give us a White Walker explanation. Tyrion planned for Jon to die in a stupid quest. That was not Jon's plan. The show has become too predictable. I hope there is a like surprising a what the fuck kind of moment. I need more Gilly. I'm a little like fansplaining there in that moment. It's hard for me to rationalize why it was good. I don't think it was a great scene, and I don't think it was a great conclusion of that. And it made all this season kind of a build up to that moment, which is fine. But I mentioned this before a couple of other places. I think the problem that you have is you never want to see behind the magician's cloak, so to speak. And I think with television, with writing, yes, you have to make it from point A to point B to point C to blah, 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 to get it to feel natural, okay? And you need to create reasons for characters to do stuff. But the problem is, you never want it to be too obvious why you're doing certain things. And with the whole getting the dragon, the way it all worked out, someone said in the live chat, predictable. I think the way it was dictated was just a little bit too paint by numbers or something like that. Like, okay, we need to get them out here for some reason, so let's create a reason to get them out here. We need to not kill Cersei in the first episode because that's more, we have so much interesting things to explore with them. So Dany can't attack King's Landing right away, so let's cross that off the list. We got to do this, we got to do that. And you can just see, for me, you can see the writing on the wall a little bit too much at time towards the back half of the season than when you look at everything that happened. It affected me more in a rewatch of the whole season where I'm like, okay, I don't even want to really watch a lot of this stuff. I skip this scene, yada, 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 whatever. And I don't always feel that way about every season of Game of Thrones where I can't always see that. And at least that's for me is my biggest gripe about this season. It isn't all the silliness. It isn't all whatever. It's just that some of it was a little obvious to me. And it became a little bit predictable and a little 1 point to 1 point to 1 point. I hope that can improve in season 8. I hope that's a point of maybe that for them, for these show creators, they had a certain story they wanted to tell, and HBO made them stretch it out. So this season was kind of the stretch out for them, and that in season 8 we're going to be more into the hardcore story points, the bullet points that we have for the end of this story, and we're going to get back into that. Whereas they're like, okay, we really only have like 6 more bullet points from George to make episodes about, so we just want to do one more season. Can we just do one more season? HBO's like, no, we need 2 more seasons. We need money. We need 2 more seasons. Okay, so we got to come up with shit for them to do before the end game. What should we do? Let's have a whole season dealing with Dan. So that's how I think it kind of all got dictated. You either needed more time or to skip this whole kind of thing and just do this within an episode and just kind of proceed right to them passing through the wall at the end of season 6. The wall gets broken down through a magic means. Anyways, I'm just sort of going on a random rant of what ifs in Game of Thrones. Either way, I am super excited for season 8, and I'm expecting a really solid finish in these final 6 episodes. I think we're gonna get to a good point here, and we've hopefully got rid of some of the bullshit, and we're getting to more meat. Give me some meat. So, the storyboarding is what sucked. The writing dialogue was actually brilliant in some points. Game of Thrones used to be good at progressive song. Now it's just become a pop song. Used to be a great progressive song. Now it's just become a pop song trying to appeal to everyone. Of course, you can enjoy a pop song, but no longer remarkability of unique. It's just a different kind of show. It's good or bad. It's not Game of Thrones anymore. It's Game of Thrones. That's what you're watching. If you think it's a different kind of show, then, stop watching or something, whatever. And it's not the show you want it to be. You're right. That's a really good way of saying it. It used to be like that indie band. Now it's the popular band, and it's writing some hit songs. It doesn't mean there's not moments of brilliance in those hit songs, but they're not going to be that underground band you used to be into anymore. It's just not that. But the cool thing is, the guy who produced that band, that really wrote all their songs, that's really responsible for their successes, is still going to be working at it and gets to clone all those people, and make the story. And that's my thing, where it's let the show do what the show does. And I'm going to complain about it when it's bad, but have fun with it as much as possible. The books exist. That universe exists. That's Prime Universe. This is a fan service world, essentially. And what I mean by that is, ultimately, all of it is fan fiction, especially after season 4. In some points, inspired by, real probably bullet points. But it's 2 people that, whatever you want to say, like or love or hate or are sick of or are so passionate about it. I'm not going to get into what Dan and Dave's intentions are, but 2 people that are passionate about the material, hopefully, and are giving you their interpretation of how it finishes. That, for me anyways, doesn't affect listening to Roy Dotrice read me the words of George R.R. Martin. And the show has morphed into a little bit more of a pop song, but I'm okay listening to pop music. I like pop music too. And I can still listen to the real band when those albums come out in the next couple of years, hopefully, in the next year, and then hopefully the next one sooner than that. So that's kind of my feel about it, and why I think I stay a little bit more optimistic than some, and a little bit more positive about it, because it's cool. It's fucking TV. TV can be deep and really cool, but it's not like there's no shows out there that do that. I can't get that tickled somewhere else. I want it on Game of Thrones. I still think there's those moments of that too, like in the Cersei and Tyrion scene, or I can come up with a bunch of other stuff, and I'm not just gonna list. There's many moments this season that I think had real depth too, if you find it. Just those denouement moments, those peak moments were a little actiony, and that's what you can expect at the end of a series. So it doesn't disappoint me. I'm not gonna be like, it's not Game of Thrones, it's not real, it's not my show anymore. Maybe you're not its target audience anymore. And that's too bad, and that's well and good, but whatever. Sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. Complain about it. I'm not saying not to complain. I'm like, don't ever complain, but don't let it ruin your day, And don't think it's soiling the material to the point where it's going to soil anything that happens in the book series. So, blah, blah, blah. That's my little stupid rant for a moment. Hate away. Go ahead. Give me the hate. Give me the hate. Phil, stop being a jerk. I'm a jerk. I'm a fucking dirty jerk. I've got a great idea. Instead of the wall, build a moat they can swim. Problem solved. Hey, great to see Devin in the live motherfucking chat. I agree, Phil. Too much question and answer. I'm thinking about it. Have we ever seen someone smoking in fucking Game of Thrones? No one's smoking the wacky weedus. Hey, it's Wonder Joint. So enough of that fucking rant. Yeah, Game of Thrones lost me once they cut off its drunken midget. Expect Dan and Dave to write exactly like George R. R. Martin. It's just way too high of an acceleration. They never thought it would pass the books. I think they're doing a great job considering that. I agree, Joe. Like, they thought they were going to have another book to work off, and they thought there was going to be a lot of the situations. I think the show's fun, and I had a good time. I only disliked one episode this season, and it's not even that I disliked it. It just had a lot of, like, problems that I had with it. For the most part, I had a fucking amazing time on the roller coaster ride. Do I wish I had 10 episodes? You're damn right. I bitched about that for fucking 3 hours after last season when we found that out about it. But it's a thing. It's like, what the fuck? You know? Like, at a certain point, I just, I enjoyed the show. I want to see the way it finished. I'm gonna, there's enough horrible shit to keep me frowning. I'm gonna fucking have some fun with Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? Big problem this season is that there isn't an amazing book and dialogue to pull off of. Every show needs a little fan fiction. Hell, for this show, I just need a little bit. I was tired of the Starks losing over the bad guys winning. It's great. Sweet Summer Child wins is in 2020 or later. Shut up, Ian. Ian, I love you. You're one of my favorites. Shut the fuck up. Don't say shit like that. Maybe for my audiobook because I'm stupid and I never learned to read. Or I don't ever just have an short attention span. It's weird. Like, I can read articles and stuff. This is where I could read articles and shit like that, but if I try to read a book, I'm just like, it doesn't stick. I just learned better I've talked about this a lot. I just learned better by listening. And even in school, I used to fucking record the teachers without them knowing it and then listen to the notes. And they'd be pissed off that I do good in the test. They'd be like, you never take notes. I'm like, I'm just a genius. Really, I was recording them and listening to the notes, listening to the lectures on a fucking headset later on. Yeah. Fucking the statute of limitations. Fuck you. But yeah. So everyone learns differently. Not all people. Not all trademark Devin. Not all people learn the same way. I'm with you, Phil. Fuck reading. Fuck nerds. They don't get laid anyway. Hey, I'm reading your comment. I can't talk shit. Who's got the giant fucking Star Trek fucking mural in the back of my room? It's the hard fucking truths. So I want to read a comment that we have from Bill. This says, hey, Bill, I forgot to bring this up the other night when you were live. If I won't be able to make your feedback show this week, but maybe you can bring it up in here on behalf. I watched the episode again last night, and after your show, noticed something else I liked about the Littlefinger death scene. Sansa, Bran, and Arya took Baelish down, similar to how a pack of wolves might take down their prey. Sansa was the wolf that runs ahead of the corral to prey into the trap. Bran went for the legs and took him down with his line about the moment Baelish betrayed Ned Stark, and Arya went in for the kill. I don't know if they wrote this scene with that in mind, but it's cool nonetheless. That is a very good way of interpreting that scene and taking and adding some more meaning. I don't know if that's a credit to you as a fan watching that and kind of projecting that onto there, or if that was an intentional thing that they did. Either way, that's very cool. And next time I watch that scene, I will watch it more for that purpose. Awesome comment. How white hot is your hate of Sansa right now? I'd say my hate of Sansa is lower right now than it was at the beginning of the season with her shit with Jon. I think ultimately the way she decided to handle the situation, the biggest problem I have with her is that this is what Joe's problem is, that she wasn't the one that sliced it. But I do like what Bill was saying there about the wolf pack analogy and that they were all going in and out there. I think if Sansa can be more aware of herself, and I think the last moment, Timo, I'm sorry, wherever you are, the last moment we were left with Sansa and Arya, I like Sansa in that scene. I like her awareness of her own douchebaggery. And is me being Lady of Winterfell bother you? Well, you're still weird and gross, but like showing her that sort of weird respect that you can be weird and gross and be Sansa all you want, but realize that you're not queen shit and you smell your own farts. That ultimately, it's going to depend a lot more on how she, like, what happens from this point on with her and how much she tries to fight against John. But I think by accepting Arya, she can't fuck with John anymore. It's just, okay, I'm accepting all of this and I'm part of this bigger animal rather than queen shit. And I may be the cockiest one, but that's fine. Could help that. You know, I'm hoping for a side butthole scene, as I think the whole thing came from hoping that we get a Sansa side butthole scene. But I think my white hot hate for Sansa is at an all-time low right now, actually. If that makes a lot of fucking sense. And I see Fury. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, buddy. Arya is the runt of the litter, or Bran 9000 is kind of the offshoot. Just Bran's gonna just freak him out. They're just gonna lock Bran and let's build Bran a house outside by that tree so he never has to come inside anymore. But yeah, I think Arya is always gonna feel like the runt of the litter. But I think she's gonna find her place with Jon and in the actual battle. I think once she's with Jon, she won't have to deal with Sansa anymore. And I do see probably Arya dying at some point in this storyline. I don't know. I think she's probably one of those characters that we could lose for an emotional moment in season 8. I think that would be an emotional thing, and she doesn't necessarily have a part to play in Endgame. So I could see both Sansa and Arya dying next season. And Winterfell getting overthrown or something like that. I don't know. That would be an awesome end to Arya and Sansa if they're just in the first part of episode 1 of season 8, and the White Walkers just come in and go and destroy Winterfell, and it's like, what happened to Arya and Sansa? Well, they're dead. Ooh. I think in season 8, I expect a little bit more of the last act of Hamlet kind of shit going on, where it's just everybody fucking dying and the deck kind of being cleared of some sort. Because someone mentioned this earlier, we have 30 fucking characters, a whole shit ton of characters. Not all of them can get easy ends, and some of them we need to see just die in this force of fucking dragons and giants and shit coming through. They can't just deball that force right away. We need to see people we care about legit getting fucking overwhelmed by this. And I'm so happy. Look at me. I just want to see the fucking murder. I want to see them fucking die and burn in the ice. Burn in the ice? Yes. Burn in the ice. That's what I want to see. E.T. had more personality than Bran. Moment of silence for the dick on. Tom's got some serious hate for fat chicks. Me thinks he can't handle the jelly, says M. Danny is the worst. She roasted my Tarleys. Devin says, I bet she goes. I keep trying to say the name, Devin. Like, I go say the name and my mouth says, just say Devin. Don't try to say that. You're just asking for embarrassment. I have trouble saying words like the, so I'm like, hey, it's just, I know, like, my hippie ass, just like, I pause, I'm like, Devin. I bet she goes out saying the same line that her sword teacher says. What does today is, or almost that she'll convert it into a Klingon line that today is a good day to die, or what do you say to the god of death? Not today, motherfucker. Stark's all alive. None of the current living Starks touched by that fat king in episode 1, says K. Rich. Tom says, not all. I'd fuck chubby Sansa, but no one's going to get that joke anyway. I wish @anal was here. I wish @analysis of Thrones was here. Lady Deep Ditch Pizza says, I can't wait to see Arya kick some white ass. I think that's a guarantee for next season. At this point, this is what I'm saying. Like, at a certain point, when the fan fiction waters are flowing, at this point, I'll be the Chad Summerchild here of this situation. I don't care. At this point, fuck it, dude. Give me Conclave Bull. Give me Arya killing White Walkers with that fucking Valyrian dagger. Give me all. I want it all at this point. I'm fucking putting my face into the piss stream right. I don't care. You know, like, at this point, if you're going to go all the way, go all the way. Give me the greatest, huge, extraordinary, amazing conclusion to Game of Thrones as you possibly could imagine up for a big ending here. And then, again, if I want something more cerebral, the fucking books are coming out in the next 15 years. Shut up, Ian. They're coming out soon. And I can get it from a different person or a different place or interpret the scenes I see. And I'm sure it will still have some meat on there. Or we're going to get prequel series that will be very deep dives into history of Westeros. And there's the book that I have back there of like the kingdoms. There's going to be more side story books, Dunk and Egg stories that are in there. Like to get deep into this world, it's more. The TV show that's the biggest thing in sliced fucking entertainment right now. That's the top fucking shit. They're going to end this thing. Gonna hopefully get Miguel Shapushnik back in here and fucking kiss and make up of all whatever issues they had and let him just fucking have 6 episodes. Let him direct all 6 episodes and make it just balls to the wall, emotional action. Fuck all. Give me Clegane, give me Arya going nuts so crazy. Give me Jon and Dany boning all season. I don't give a fuck. Lots of side butthole. Give me Pod and fucking Sansa. Give me Brienne, Jaime, and fucking Tormund in a fucking crazy threesome that's solidifying the alliance between the free folk and and the houses of Westeros. I want it all splashed across my face in a big entertaining splooge, okay? Do it. Squirt away, honey. Sorry. I continue. Let's continue here. Hey guys. Hey, Timo, we were just talking about you. You missed my irrational sense of love. Hopefully everything's going awesome down there. Wait, why hasn't Jon told him about the Valyrian Steel? I know he just skipped out on the Valyrian Steel kills White Walkers. He just talked about Dragonglass. He didn't mention that, considering a lot of houses have ancestral swords that they might be beneficial to this fight against the White Walkers. But no, whatever. Timo, hope everything's going all right for you in Florida. Stay your fucking ass safe, motherfucker. I was about to pass out, then I saw Phil streaming. So Timo, just for you, motherfucker. Just for you, because I love you. Timo, stay the fuck safe. And Mother Nature is a fucking bitch.
It's Timo's Red of the Night. It's Timo's Red of the Night. Fuck Sansa. Fuck Sansa. Fuck Sansa. Fuck Sansa.
Oh yeah, I would.
It's Timo's Red of the Night. 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 It's Timo's Red.
I love how someone said something, talking to Devin. What's the point of having a golden fist if you can't fist anyone? Come on, Jaime, do it. Well, Jaime is good to meet up with Sansa, so maybe Jaime and Sansa might have some sparks flying. But Timo, definitely be very, very safe. I had this weird dream last night where I was a beard floating Tormund and Brienne. Tom himself, I love you. You're fucking amazing, dude. Sansa HD, Walk of Shame, all season long, slow motion. Make it happen, Game of Thrones. Listen to Devin. Make it, and Timo. Timo's on that boat too. Timo would watch that on a loop. She'd have a room in her house where that Sansa Walk of Shame was just going on on constant loop. 24 hours a day, and like condition all the guys locked in her basement to just watch that. It would be like the conditioning video. You have to sit in the deprivation chamber with watching nothing but Sansa doing the Walk of Shame over and over again. Valyrian Steel barbed wire dust. Lady Deep Dish beats the Sansa's gonna make it to the end. Timo comes out of nowhere and slices her throat and says, Ramsay Bolton sends his regards and slices the neck. Zancy says, yes, I'd watch the hell out of that. Make it on ESPN. Give me 8 different angles of the Walk of Shame. I would be done with the show if Jaime left Cersei for Sansa. Timo would be done. Jaime would be such on her shit list. He'd be doing the Walk of Shame too. I can't wait to see Jaime and Bran. That's something I'm definitely interested to. Fuck you, Phil. Oh, shut up, Joe. Shut up, Joe. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over. If anyone wants to call on in, we got 2 callers on hold right now. We're going to take a couple calls right now. And then I want to go to something that I'm going to be doing at the end, talking about the off-season of Game of Thrones. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with the magic fucking wheel of douchebaggery back there. So let's take our first call of the day. I believe this is Jay. So area code 202. Let's let Jay get his comment question in here. And then we also got area code 919 on hold. But if anyone wants to get their comment or question in, you can leave a voicemail at 781-990-8509 or call in at 714-694-4120. And those numbers are on the screen right now. So let's get Jay on. How's it going, buddy? What's going on today?
Hey, what's up? I got more than one comment or question.
Do it.
Bear with me.
Give me a few.
All right. Well, one, I was going to say, I was going to address the earlier things you got to before I address the Game of Thrones things. Is that okay?
Please go for it. You got it.
Yeah. I would be happy to just give you my Xfinity, account name and password so you can watch HBO and Cinemax. You just got to do a reaction to a couple of shows on Cinemax that I like.
Okay, we'll talk about that off there, Jay, but thank you, buddy.
Okay, now my other stuff. Arya will not die, and I'm not even going to bring up stuff that had, evidence from the book or from the show, because really I can't pull any to prove my point. I'll just say this. When you're the writer's wife's favorite character, you don't die in that story.
Fair.
Arya is George R. R. Martin's wife's favorite character. Do you think George R. R. Martin likes having sex or not having sex?
I think he likes having sex, Jay, but I don't think Dan and Dave care about that. So I think she may die in the show, but not in the books.
Okay, fine. But I think that there are certain things that even when they got their bullet points. Part of their bullet points was who's going to be alive at the end of the book.
Fair, very fair.
Even if they don't know exactly how they're going to live, they know who's going to be alive. Which is why I've never thought Tyrion was in danger. I've never thought Arya was in danger. And a few other characters I don't believe are in danger, because when people say George R. R. Martin is kills off all anyone is up for grabs and shit in the books, I never believed that. I have never believed once since I've learned that George R. R. Martin's favorite character was Tyrion, that Tyrion was gonna die. At any given point, I was just always like, oh, well, that's his favorite character. He's going to live.
Very fair points, Jay. Always awesome to hear from you. Got anything else, buddy?
Anything else? Oh, the storyline, the Arya Sansa brand thing. If you have, I say the whole reason Bran can't be involved is because it's sort of like why when you watch an X-Men movie, they kind of have to neutralize
Professor
Xavier's power to some extent. Because if he uses it, then there's no story. Because it's just like, oh, well, Littlefinger's doing this. And it just becomes so obvious and easy to deal with Littlefinger that it doesn't even become an interesting plot line anymore.
Yep.
And also the one thing you have to remember about Dan and Dave is, unlike George R. R. Martin, they don't have 5 years to think about every single plan and every single action that these characters are going to do. Now, I'm not saying it would be just as good if they had him out at that amount of time, but I guarantee you, if you gave George R. R. Martin a year to try to write each book, and then you gave Dan and Dave 5 years to write each show, I guarantee you the show would have better dialogue and better plot lines than the book.
Okay, and that is Jay putting some shade on George R. R. Martin there. And let's get into the live motherfucking chat here for a second and get a reaction to Jay's call. We got Timo, who said, "What are those pretty stickers on the wheel?" I spun the wheel, landed on drink again, and fucking Timo. And thank you so much for your support and super chat, and I will talk about those pretty stickers in a bit. And Jay's second to last point, what he's talking about the too powerful thing, I definitely agree with you on that one. I think you see that in a lot of shows where they make characters too powerful and then they don't know what to do with them later on. And sometimes you depower them. I mentioned Heroes a lot, and I don't want to talk about Heroes and Game of Thrones associating, but Peter Petrelli became too fucking powerful, so they need to like neuter his powers and have his father take away his powers in that lame storyline. And then then they were like, okay, we got to get him powers again, so he'll only have one power at a time, so that kind of deballs him a little bit. And they keep doing that to a certain extent. And I agree in the X-Men stuff. It's like, yeah, Charles could just kind of step in here. We need some weird kid to send to like be neutralizing him through X-Men 2 or through this or that or something. So we got Lindsay in the live motherfucking chat. Thank you, Iron. Thank you, everyone in the fucking chat. Always lands on drink. Yes, thank you, Jay. I agree. They had to write the entire season in less than a year. This guy is amazing. Is he hooked on an oxygen tank? Says Lindsay. Alan says, when they going to give me blood like Mortal Kombat? They can cut me off like that. If Danny was my sister, I'd fuck her brains out, says Tom. Timo says, Jay, breathe. I think they kind of became predictable by not letting people versus plot armor. They better get it all out now, Jay or Phil. Or he will call back he will call back. Arya should open up her own shaving parlor. Incest thirsty. Game of Thrones makes people bloodthirsty. Hey Jay, so happy you didn't miss your call. Awesome as always, says Timo. I can only survive one season of Heroes. Now I'm triggered when anyone ever mentions it, says Ian. Be glad you didn't see season 2. It wasn't worth it. I would say be even more glad you haven't watched season 3. As bad as you think season 2 of Heroes is, season 3 is a fucking shit show of disgustingness. So let's take one more call, and then I'm going to get to those stickers on the wall. And then I also think we got a couple texts and maybe a voicemail. So let's take area code 919. Area code 919, you're on the air.
What's up, Phil? This is the Bloody Talker. How you doing, buddy?
Doing awesome. Always great to hear from you, buddy.
Cool. And also, before I get to what I'm doing, shout out for Devin Tracy. I don't know why people can't say your fucking name, so I'll just say it 10 times fast for you real quick. Atheism is unstoppable. 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 I'm running out of breath, so I couldn't do it 10 times. But you get the point. Anyway, and yeah, come on, man. Defense of Peter Baelish here, you know. I mean, everybody knows Sansa was just playing hard to get, you know. And I mean, you might not know that much about women, Phil, but the real way to get to a woman's heart who's playing hard to get is just, you know, to convince her to kill her half-brother and her sister.
That's the best way.
It totally makes sense to me.
Dude.
You know, I don't understand how anybody has a problem with this. It doesn't make sense to me. But,
dude, it's so true. You know. You're so true. I mean, this girl that I got when I was like 17, I got her to kill. She actually did kill her brother, and killing someone's brother sex is some of the best sex. It's better than conjugal sex.
Absolutely.
Really?
You know, the people just don't understand it. That's why, you know. So, I mean, and also, I'm not too happy for the future of Game of Thrones writing. Once I heard that Dunk and Egg was not going to be one of the spin-off series, I think I shit a brick. I don't understand how the fuck they decided that was a good idea. At all.
That's such a good story.
That's probably the best story in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude. And thank you again. Now, I mean, that story is amazing. I just listened to it for the second time, and it's if people want to sign up for Audible and get a free book, you can find the link in the description box below.
There's an affiliate code down below.
There's an affiliate code below. Let me fart in my face there. But there is, and that's definitely something you should consider downloading. It's really fucking awesome and adds a lot of history to Game of Thrones.
The 3 books are great. It would be an easy series to film. There's no fantasy shit. There's no fucking crazy dragons and magic and shit. It's good old Game of Thrones politics. Like, it's got like 2 or 3 tournaments in it or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And there's this whole conspiracy going on. It's fantastic. That's what you need. Fucking, how many eyes does Lord Bloodraven have? And I'm out. Peace.
One in thousands. Yes. Talk to you soon, buddy. And lots of great call by the Bloody Talker. And thank you so much. Let's go to the live motherfucking chat. Phil, you're on a watch list now. Send kill and strangle him while having sex. Heroes is what I watch when I come out of my room to hide my boner from my mom. Don't say Heroes. Don't say Heroes anymore. What should go in the wall? Someone want me to watch Heroes Reborn or something like that. Stream mystery. What are the yellow stickers? And actual paid customer. Yeah. Hey guys, it's been fun. Have to skidoo. Talk to you later, Claudio. It's always great to see you. I actually did Audible because of Phil, and I thought I would hate it, but it actually uses all the time. Thank you, Timo. Checks in the mail. But no, I agree. I really do like listening to audiobooks, and I'm not joking when I say I'm not the best reader, so listening to audiobooks is fucking awesome. For all you guys living in Florida, stay safe, motherfuckers. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll say it a couple more times, but seriously, anyone in Florida in the fucking path of that shit, stay the fuck safe. So, as we start to wrap up this live stream, let me go. Oh, actually, I got to go over to the text messages and the voicemails first to see if we have anything. Of those, I think we do have a text message. This is Gildan from Seattle. I'm wondering, would Danny be pregnant by John? John not wanting to leave Danny as... I was wondering, would Danny being pregnant by John have John not wanting to leave Danny as a relationship? I think him just sleeping with her in the way Jon Snow is, that kind of person, he's going to be ingrained to her. He's going to... he laid his scent on her, and she's not getting that off him now. Jon Snow is a loyal guy, and when he drops his dragon wolf seed somewhere, he's not fucking around here. It's not like Danny having fun with Dario or something like that. Jon's not that type of person. He said no to Roz, so he's going. I think he's all in. He's all in the situation. So on that note, let's finish this shit up. Let's put under the water, wipe it off, and let's finish this stream and start and lead into our weekend. As I mentioned earlier, I will also be on Sunday evening to talk about the premiere episode of Orville. I'm hoping for the best. Expectations are low, so I'll be back on Sunday to talk about that. But here we go. What's on the wheel? We've had a couple of amazing super chat donations. I still have a little bit of Timo's drink I need to finish here. Let me do this. Oh, shit. I am fucking way too drunk for 1:21 p.m. But what the magic wheel is doing right now, let me bring up the wheel on here. Oh, shit, not that. Where is it? Where is that fucking thing? Video capture. Turn on, you motherfucker. So we got the wheel. I got little post-it notes on the wheel. And basically what I'm going to be doing in the Game of Thrones off season is I'm going to be doing a couple of things. Season 8, we'll be doing a season 8 prediction video at some point and sort of end of the year kind of celebration shit when it comes down to it. And we'll get Joe in on those things. But ultimately, John has a great ass. Better than Grey Worm's, better than Jamie. Don't you dare wrap this fucking thing up, Phil, you fucking asshole. Iron Throne, thank you so much for sharing that boat sex video. Keep sharing and sharing and sharing. May not be suitable for advertising, but it's suitable for eyes, motherfucker. Pass it along. So what I'm going to be doing is we'll do season 8 prediction stuff as pictures and images and all that shit comes on. Also going to be having some roundtable discussion things. Going to be having the Broke Black Man 94 and Johnny Giantsbane both on for a stream sometime towards the end of September, beginning of October to talk kind of a Game of Thrones feedback where we just take questions from the audience. And then at the end of that stream, I'm going to share the link to it in the Discord group and invite some of the other Discord people in at the end if they want to join in for some fun. I'm not sure when that will be. I got to talk to Johnny. Johnny's the one in fucking different time zones, so we have to figure out what a good time for Johnny is. But that will be coming soon for like one of the first Game of Thrones off-season stuff. But what I'm going to be doing, at least alone, maybe sometimes I'll have guests on. Maybe this might be cool to invite some other Game of Thrones people for if we happen to touch upon a topic that they're interested in. What I'm going to be doing, since this is Phil's recap and review, I figured let's do recaps. Let's do recaps of every single character that's pretty much left alive. All the main characters, so to speak. There might be some of these podcasts might be really, really short. So right now I have the list of several of the characters that are left alive on here. I don't think we can see it on the wheel. I think it's two. We got Euron, Theon, Varys, Brienne, Jorah, Jaime, Tyrion, Sansa, Arya, Bran, Cersei, Jon Snow, Sam and Gilly. Sam and Gilly get a combination one. Davos. And those are who we have on the list right now. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin the wheel, land on a character, and that's the character we're going to do. Then I'll replace that if I missed anybody. I might have missed characters. If I have, email me or privately at igotissuesman@gmail.com or send me a message on Discord if we get to a point where you're like, you're missing somebody. I might have missed somebody. I'm going to spin the wheel and pick the order of which these ones I'm going to be doing are. Like what the exact order is going to be. And which one's first, which one's last, all that sort of shit. So this is just, it's a simple game. So let's see which fucking character will be the first character recap. So ultimately what I'm going to be doing again is just recap their story through season 1 through season 7 of the show. And maybe do a couple book things, but basically just talk about their characters, you know, like Bran, season 1, you know, fell off a fucking thing, did this, you know, and kind of go, maybe just even use like the Wikipedia fucking character progression thing, just kind of go through each point and talk about what they did and a little bit about their character leading up to season 8. So they're going to be Game of Thrones character recaps, seasons 1 through 7. So where's Jaime? Is there a way to cheat? Timo, it's funny. I did this because of that very reason, because I wanted to do that Jaime video, and I'm like, I'm just basically going to be recapping everything about Jaime and saying why I love him. Why don't I just do that for every character? It's a good kind of, there's like fucking 12 or whatever off-season podcasts right there to do. And then I'm probably missing 1 or 2 characters, like something I could do a Bloody Talker, $5 super chat donation, you motherfucker. Let's spin this fucking wheel right now. This isn't for the character. This is for Bloody Talker's spin. Bloody Talker lands on, are you serious? Are you serious? I'm not even making this up. I'm not making this shit up. I can't make this shit up. Look what it landed on. Look what it landed on. It landed on drink. I have to fucking drink. You motherfuckers. So here we go. I researched material for that debate. Wait, I still want the great Jaime debate with Joe. That will absolutely happen one day. We can 100% have the Jaime, Timo versus Joe Jaime debate sometime in the off season. Timo, keep your research. Sometime we will do that one-on-one. I will just be moderator of that debate. It'll be a separate video onto itself. The Jaime defense, or the Jaime argument. Joe Dirty Locks versus Timo. So that means I gotta fucking drink. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Thank you for these super chat donations. Keep me going. Keep me drinking. You motherfucking Bloody Talker. I love you. I wish it landed on sandwich, Bloody. Okay, so now let's do this thing. Let's spin this wheel. Oh, no, thank you, Lady Fair. Lady Fair with $10 super chat donation. Thank you so much, Lady Fair. Let me take a drink for the Bloody Talker. Let me spin this wheel for Lady Fair. My Lady Fair. Talk for 5 minutes with a puppet or with something on my head or something shitty like that. Oh, no one really wants to see this, but I'll do it anyways. Here we go. Let me be careful. It's time for... Okay. For all you furry fetishes, now, this is for Lady Fair. Now, thank you, Lady Fair, for that super chat donation. You are amazing. It's so appreciated. I need to talk with a fuzzy thing on my head or a weird mask, or Joe needs to talk with a puppet, but fortunately Joe isn't here. Having taken a couple of drinks of wine and talking with this thing on my head is a little difficult. But let's go. Let's spin the wheel and see what our very first character is going to be. So let me scroll down here to go to... this is fucking scary. Let's see what our first one is. Ooh, big money. Big money. No whammies. No whammies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's almost all I can handle. I'm too drunk. You gotta first spin of the wheel with that. Woo! I'm too buzzy. Let's see who our very first character is that we'll be talking about. The very first recap will be... I don't want to show you guys how bad my spelling is. Cersei Lannister. Number 1 will be Cersei Lannister. Let's spin again. Spin again. Motherfucker. Number 2. Gross. Number 2. This is going to be a short one. Euron Greyjoy. Number 2, Euron Greyjoy. Here we go. Here we go. That tongue is fucking gross. Holy shit. That was freaking awesome. Number 3, Brienne of Tarth. Brienne of Tarth. I know, broke black man just coming out of the blue being like, holy shit, did Cersei really get the first one? Next one, Varys. Next one is the Varys, the spider. Here we go. Here we go. Next up on the character list. And if we land on an empty spot, I'll just spin it again. I'm no big city lawyer, but I think Davos is next. Now, give me a yes if you want me to do the Davos recap in the Davos voice. Make sure you comment on this video or tell me in the live chat right now if you want the whole Davos one in the Davos voice. Now, I'm no big city lawyer, but I can't wait to tell Davos' story. There we go. What the fuck? What the fuck? Here we go. Ask not what Phil can do for you. Ask what you can do for fucking Phil. Empty spot for Dickon. Next up is Bran. We've got Bran 9000. So here we go. People want hell yes. We're getting a lot of hell yes about do the Davos voice. No spin again. Empty spot. Yes, do that. Must do that. Must do that. We'll do just that. To not make this last forever, we'll do like the closest spot. The next up is Jon Snow. He may know nothing, but we'll know all about his fucking journey. Spin it again, motherfucker. Yes, big city lawyer, that shit. Okay, it will be done. Oh no, the closest one is Sam and Gilly. We got Sam and Gilly. So here we go. Spin it again. Spin again. We got all. Let's see who is next. We still got a bunch more to go. That landed on, tell us the closest person to that is, I guess this one's the closest one, which is Theon Reek Greyjoy. Theon Reek Greyjoy. Now, I'm no big city lawyer, but it seems like there's, isn't it fun that, like I'm just saying, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters that haven't happened yet are all in the same part of the wheel. I don't know if this is proving that the wheel is broken or not. Come on, let's get in that part of the wheel this time. Yep, it is. We got Arya. Arya. Here we go. Maybe I'll do the Davos voice and the Sam and Gilly one too. Here we go. We got... Oh, there he is. Finally. Finally. Jaime fucking Lannister. Oh, do you know who I forgot? Bronn. Bronn's not on that list. But how much of a character story can I do for Bronn? We're going to add Bronn of the Blackwater on there too. But let's get through these ones first here. Then we got Tyrion Lannister. I can talk about Bronn and Tyrion and Jaime's one, though. Bronn doesn't need his own one. Bronn can all be in Tyrion and Jaime's. Next is back-to-back the brothers. Really? This is going to be my favorite two in the world. I get to do Jaime and then Tyrion. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Jaime then Tyrion. And one more. The wheel is rigged. The conspiracy. And what was that? What was that? Okay, let's do this one more. Do you notice who hasn't come up yet, Timo? You notice who has not come up? What about Tormund? Tormund is another good one. Jorah. We got Jorah right here. Jorah of the Andals. And did I not put Daenerys on here either? Did I miss Dany? I think I missed Dany. I totally think I missed Dany. And last but not least is... Oh, and it landed on her too. Sansa. So I'm going to go over the list one more time and see who I missed. I got Cersei, Euron, Brienne. I don't think I have Dany, actually. Varys, Davos, Bran, Jon Snow. Maybe I can group Jon Snow and Daenerys together. Sam and Gilly, Theon, Arya, Jaime, Tyrion, Jorah, and Sansa. Yep, Dany's not there. I forgot to add Dany. We're going to add Dany. I got to add Dany and Tormund, right? Anybody else that should be added, everybody, besides Dany and Tormund? These are all living characters right now. I can definitely, if people like this format after the fact, I can do recaps of characters that are dead and kind of just do their recap up until the point where they die. But let's start out for my first challenge on this kind of thing to do a podcast on just the characters that are living leading into season 8. But I will definitely think about doing something for Barristan, doing something for Ned, doing something for all the dead, the Red Viper, any characters that are dead. Dany, let's put Dany on here. And I forgot Hot Pie. I did forget Hot Pie. I do have a Beric, Gendry, Yara. Why must you choose Sansa? The shortest podcast for literally 20 minutes of fucking the Hound, dude. The Hound. The Hound. We got Dany, the Hound. Dany, the Hound. Beric. Let's do Beric. Gendry for sure. Beric. Gendry. Gendry. Here we go. We're adding more things to the wheel here. Beric. Drogon. Melisandre. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about Mel. Melisandre. Do we need Grey Worm? Do we need Grey Worm and Missandei? No, they can be included in Dany's story. When will these podcasts begin? I'm not exactly positive. I have to figure out probably sometime parallel to when The Walking Dead starts. But they're going to be littered throughout the years. As soon as anything, because some of it's going to be grip and rip, that I'm going to basically just find a good summary of a character that I like, of all the stories that they've been through, whether it's on a Game of Thrones fan page of some sort, and kind of just go through point for point. I'm going to cheat on this one and not necessarily come up with my point for points. Might come up with clever facts here and there. In this Cersei one, I want to have a very special guest named Broke Blackman to come on in at some point, to call on in if he's around, or at least leave a series of voicemails to give us some Cersei facts. And so they'll be starting sooner rather than later, Broke. Sooner rather than later. Melisandre, Podrick. Podrick will be with Brienne, and Podrick will be mentioned. Podrick's cock. Dario. Yeah, I guess we need Dario here too. I'm putting the kibosh on Dario for a second here. Let's spin this wheel a little bit. And it's weird that these ones are going to be sort of in the back half. Let's take Melisandre next, back up here. Edit the wall. That's a good question. But basically, once we get through these, we can add some other characters at the end. There we go, the Hound. Good. Broke's calling and leaving love messages. You can literally call anytime you want for that. Let's get Dany in there. Dany next. And let's get, next up is Beric and then Gendry. So I have a good list of characters that I need to get through here for right now. I'll try to get through these as soon as I possibly can, and then if we have any more to go after that, we can go. But this will be how Game of Thrones content will keep going. Some of these might be on these Friday afternoon streams. Who knows, depending on how much shit I have to talk about for the week. I tend to want to leave these Friday streams to a little bit more freeform issues programming, because I just need a week. Like I said, like I always tell you guys, I need one day a week where I can just babble about anything and aren't held to the constraints of one show or one topic. So maybe these might be midweek things that fill in the gaps. I don't know when exactly I'm going to be doing them. I don't know if I'll always be alone on them, or on some of them Joe might join me, or we might get some other Game of Thrones YouTube people that are really big fans of those characters to get through. You know, I know some people have favorite characters, and if I happen to be doing something when doing a character that they like, I might ask some guests to come on and do that particular recap with me as well. If there was a Stannis one, whenever I do the Stannis one, I'll invite Tony on. Whenever I maybe do a couple people here and there on different casts. So if anyone is watching this at any point that wants, like, I definitely want to get Broke's voicemails in on the show. Maybe it might be someone leaving me a voice message or something like that. So what I'll do is when announced, we know the order of the episodes and stuff too. But at the end of each character one, I'll tell if people want to send me feedback or questions or comments about that particular character, please do. Right now, let's consider the door open for Cersei stuff. If anyone wants to Skype me, send me a Skype message, send me a voice message or a text, or in the feedback group of the Discord group, or whatever, any way you can reach us. If you want to do that and have some Cersei talk, please do. The Cersei mailbag is opened. And at the end of every character one, we'll open that mailbag so we can make sure that anyone who wants to get their discussion or their points in about particular characters can. Bring Joe in studio. I wanted Joe to be in studio, but Joe will definitely be around a lot more. Him and Katie may be joining Stephanie and I for the Emmys show, depending if Joe has to work. He hates that sort of shit, but it's a good excuse to get Joe drunk and have him yell at the television. So that might be happening, and we definitely want to do some movie watches again soon. And I'm always welcome to have Joe in studio whenever he wants to make the trek over on a Friday afternoon. If he happens to have it all over, he's always welcome to join me on one of these Friday afternoon streams in studio. I just like doing it. Doing it with OBS so I can pop shit up on the screen and all that stuff. So Joe knows he's always invited to come by. But yep, Cersei, looks like the wheel is telling you to get drunk. It did. It does tell me to get drunk. You guys get that magic. Let me shut that fucking wheel off. What kind of an asshole decided to keep that fucking wheel on there? Eat, Phil. Eat a sandwich. Here we go. Let's drink for this motherfucker. So as we start, Katie is hot. She needs to come around, says your mom. Katie is a looker. I talked about this before, but I've known Katie even longer than I've known Joe. Katie is awesome people, good person. Katie's a little bit busier than normal, which is why she isn't in on as many streams as she could. She's going to school, and she also recently started a business. I don't know. She started a dog walking business, and she's working really, really hard at that. So we're always lucky when we get to have Katie pop on in, and I love doing podcasts with Joe, and Katie. And I even love the moments when Joe is too drunk and runs away and Katie and I get to do a podcast ourselves. So she is 100% always invited, and she knows she is too. She likes to fly on in sometimes when she can, and when she can't, it's all good too. So yeah, Katie did excellently on the Game of Thrones recaps this year. It's tough when you have two loud, obnoxious assholes like Joe and I going back and forth. The fact that Katie deals with us so well and does it with a nice, relaxed attitude and stuff is awesome. I'm a little naughty with Katie sometimes, and I can't help it. I don't have boundaries with women. I don't. I'm like, hey, how's it going? I'm awful. We got analysis in there. That's fucking great to see you guys. Good for her. She looks cool and keeps Joe in line. Yeah, they're amazing people. I want to say they've been together something like 20 years or some shit like that. They've been together a long, long time, and Katie is one of my oldest friends. So she is good people. That's why, and I mentioned this before a lot. Joe and I have talked about this. These discussions, before we did these on a podcast, we would have these in the back of Joe's car, or when we're going for a walk through the woods, and getting the three of us to be able to talk like that is really awesome. When I used to do my radio show, as mentioned, it was tough to get Joe to come in studio, but we did have him on a Ventrilo server that would just pop on in every once in a while I was playing Warcraft, and Katie would pop on in a little bit too. But it's so awesome to have two of my best friends on these casts with me as well, as much as they can. You know, they have busy shit that they're dealing with, so whenever we can get Joe and Katie on, it's always fucking awesome. They probably met around the time the first Game of Thrones book came out. Exactly, Felicia. I have zero. Boundaries are just things that boring people have. No, I'm sorry. I literally have no boundaries. Yeah, Uncle Phil's casting. Uncle Phil. I always say casting, but Uncle Phil's ketchup couch is a really naughty place where everyone's welcome to sit. But everybody, thank you so much for joining me for this live stream as I'm going to start to wrap shit up here for the stream. I think this is the third time I've said I'm going to start wrapping shit up, but one of these days I will. One of these fucking days I actually will wrap it up. But it's fun to be able to talk to you guys here, and my Fridays are free. So after this, I am going to probably just go on a walk journey with the puppy dog, who I can hear scratching outside the door. She's like, "Get the fuck off this podcast and take me outside, you asshat." Joseph's got to go. Great podcast as usual. Thank you, everybody, again, that's tuning in today. As I mentioned before, I'll be back on Sunday, and thank you for joining me for this 20-minute podcast. It's, as always, a nice little 20-minute stream. I'm not quite done yet. Starting to wrap things up here. I have a sandwich to finish right here. And I just want to say a couple quick things. If you haven't already, jump in the description box of this video below and check out some of the ways to keep in touch even when the streams aren't going. We have the Discord group, which is really awesome. A lot of Discord members right now are in the chat, and it's just a cool place to keep the discussions moving. We got rooms dedicated to all different shows, so you can talk about whatever show you want to talk about. We have a random general room that you can just babble about. We have an anything goes room where you can talk about anything you want. A room where you can listen to some music and just babble about whatever you, and just some babbling voice chat rooms too. There will be some voice video chat released eventually over the next couple of months on the Discord server. It's just a cool place to stay in touch, and we have a really awesome group of people, so jump on in. If you haven't already, follow the link in the description box below to join that. We have a Google Plus group, the Friends of Phil group. We're on Facebook, Phil's Recap and Review, and the Friends of Phil. You can find us there. You can support us on Patreon and get some special Patreon-only content. There's a couple of special things, a little thing with me and King McKay, a couple of things with Joe and I, a couple of little videos Stephanie and I have done here and there. So we do have some Patreon content, only content, and you get access as well to the Patreon only room on Discord as well. So you can join that way. Lots of ways to help the channel out. You can see in the description box below if you are aligned to do such things, as well as the huge thanks for the super chat people for getting me drunk today. You fucking motherfuckers. So enough of that happy horse shit, crying, bitching, loving, masturbatory activity of supporting me. It was a fun day. The stream was great. Tom ditched everybody in the Discord. He doesn't care about anybody anymore. He lost his password or something. Everybody, you were awesome. I'll say, baby, you touch me in all those inappropriate places. I said I wouldn't sing, but I can't help my fucking ass. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Circle jerk with Uncle Phil. Yep, exactly. Blame the wheel. I'm blaming the fucking wheel. Fear the Walking Dead comes up. I know I've taken a couple shots of wine and I'm all done. But everybody, as usual, if you haven't already and you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share the channel with a friend. Share the boat sex video with a friend. Tell everybody you know to jump on in this fucking cesspool of fun and start swimming. I know, I don't want to wrap it up, Tom. I don't. I want to keep going. As the Bloody Talker says, we got testimonials from Discord members. The Bloody Talker says, joining Discord is guaranteed to make either your boobs or your ass or your dick bigger, whichever you want. Zenzi says, this is the content I come for, Phil. This silly goofiness. You know you don't want to wrap it up, Phil. It's the only drink I have when I'm getting laid. Sing that shit, you show. Sing it, drunk bastard.
Gone, dear, gone, dear, gone. Dear, gone, dear, gone, dear, gone. Dear, gone, 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 dear, gone.
Oh, sorry. Oh, whoa. Sorry, Broke. I know you're partial to this one.
Don't have to worry, get your shit, buddy.
All of you guys.
Don't have to worry, get your shit, buddy.
This one's for you.
Don't have to worry, get your shit, buddy. Don't have to worry, get your shit, buddy, tonight.
Discord is a private server. If anyone's ever used something like Slack for work, it's similar to that. It's just a private server that everyone can kind of hang out and keep the discussion going. And you can share pictures, images, GIFs, videos, blah, 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 blah. It's hard to explain exactly what it is, but it's just kind of like it's very similar to something like Slack, or just a place where it has access to pretty much any tool you want to use at staying connected with people. Pretty cool. That has nothing on the Timo song. but yeah, it's just our FOP headquarters, the Friends of Phil headquarters. And I can't get enough of you guys. I can't get enough silly goofiness, and I'm not ready to go anyway. I'm not ready to leave. I can't help myself but keep going over and over again and babbling to you guys. Join the Discord, you won't regret it. You'll watch someone's penis and it won't get it. No, sorry, I'm stopping now. I started in a weird place. Can't do it. Discord, baby. When I touch my nipples, it feels real loud. The ketchup king is on my fucking cloud. Seriously, I get too goofy on these Friday streams. This was what it was like listening to my old radio show, minus the fucks and the shits and the douches and I just say poop and caca and fudge instead. But it's basically just me babbling, making up silly songs and ranting about anything I could come up with at the top of my head. So I do appreciate you guys sticking around for this silliness right now, for anyone that is sticking around to this point. So I always wondered what FOP stood. Yeah, it's just Friends of Phil. It's an easy abbreviation for because I don't like being like, oh, you guys are my friends, or watching friends, but you're friends. I mean, we're talking, we're hanging out. This isn't like, hi everybody, this is my stream, watch me, bleh. You know, it's me, it's you, we're friends. Fuck it, you know. I have, you know, like me and this guy are like best friends, you know, we do things that you guys don't want to hear about, but I consider you guys all my friends. You guys are good people. Stop giving me a boner, your mom. Travis says, I'm here to stay. Good. You guys are incredible. I love you guys. It would be awesome. Oh, sorry. I'm babbling. That was the blame. See, even a pregnant pause of like 5 seconds seems like so much to me. I paused for a second to take my drink and just basically enjoy the taste. I was like, that tastes really good right now. So I stopped and went, me not talking for like 1 second on an alone stream is really like a big giant meatball hanging over stuff. It's like, yeah, we're friends. Fuck it. And yes. I mean, you got two hands, right? FOP, friend zone of Phil. Well, I don't know if any of those people are in the friend zone. You know, there's a lot of room on the ketchup couch over here. You know. I was gonna do the Dave Coulier thing. Cut it out. No, thank you guys, and thank you everyone that's sticking around here. I'm kind of hanging on a little bit. I'm being a hanger-on-y here at the end of this stream because I literally have sort of like I have a day off today, and I'm relaxed and enjoying myself. But I am going to be stopping like really suddenly anytime. A giant meatball hanging over stuff. It's the best metaphor I ever heard. We need another 20 minutes of Phil. We need another 20 minutes of Phil. Felicia says the only friends I have are online. Seeing people in real life is really overrated. It's hard. It's hard. It makes me hard. I don't like it. No. Excuse me. I definitely have my friends I see in real life, but it's, you know, I can control that, you know, when it happens, what it happens. My problem is the making the new friends in real life. I have a good group of friends that we've stayed close. We see each other just the amount of time we want to see each other, because at a certain point in time in our life, we all didn't have boundaries and we all were in each other's life at every single moment of every single day. So now we give each other this wide berth, and it's allowed ourselves to be friends for way too fucking long that I want to admit, not that I want to admit, but I'm fucking old as dirt. I said it a couple of times. My friends and I have been friends like forever. Like some of them since I was like 2 or 3 years old, or most of them since I was like 18 or 19 years old or something, or even younger than that. And we've like maintained friendships. I think part of it is because we don't see each other as much and we don't get involved in each other's drama and shit. That being said, I love what doing this has allowed me, and getting to know like a whole new group of people, and this group that we have at the Friends of Phil, and then all the other channels that have all the communities of people that interact or whatever. It's just been a lot of fun, and the Discord group, all the people growing. It's why I want to have a party and grow this community and have like a real live event where we can hang out and get drunk and fucking sing karaoke songs and fucking. And Joe and I can do a live podcast for you guys. It's why that is a goal at some point in time, because it's awesome fun. And even that will be harmless because it won't be like a long-term hangout. It'll just be like, hey, everybody, let's meet up and have a party night, and then go away and then go back to being online friends again, whatever. So that is something, again, I will definitely do at some point in time, and is in the future, because I do want to hang out and have some drinks with you guys. And I'll be real shy. I'll be like, hi guys, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I know you wasted your money coming here. It's going to be the most boring time ever. We're not going to do anything. Yeah. No, I'm going to be crazy tonight. Boat Sex Live. You're going to get to hear the Boat Sex song live. I'm going to sing Fresh Prince live. It's going to be silly, ridiculous fun. You're going to hear like some goofy freaking freakazoid going like in... Story all about how Westeros got flipped, turned upside down. Anyways, love you guys. Hey Phil, let me know when you get the phone lines open for relationship advice. Funny enough, this show was originally, when I first wanted to do a radio show, I wanted to do issues, was calling with your relationship issues. I wanted to be one of those like relationship helpline talk things. Like that was my initial foundation of like what kind of show I was going to do. It was going to be babbling current events with people calling in to help them with their problems. Oh my goodness. So Uncle Phil's Ketchup Couch is a new kind of issue. You're the best around. Oh, the FOP album, baby. We got 3 songs so far. We got the Shit Buddies song. We got which Stephanie wants to write more to it, and then we have the we have the fucking Fresh Prince, and now we have Boat Sex. I need like 3 more good songs, solid songs to release the EP, the 6-song EP, at the FOP soundtrack. I mean, we can always add the Timo song and the Shut the Fuck Up Joe song, but those are, they're quicker songs. Of course, obviously the Timo song will be part of it as well. Johnny Giantsbane wrote a song a while ago too. Phil, you got too much issues, something like that. That could be part of it too. You going to any cons, Phil? Yeah, Vegas. We need a Vegas party. Vegas meetup would be insane. That would be the ideal situation. Am I going to any cons? I do really want to go to the Con of Thrones. I know a couple people that went last year, like, Phil, you got to go. Money is tight. I may do one of those like GoFundMe things for buy my tickets, and I might need help with like hotel type stuff, and maybe do some sort of thing like that. I feel like such a shill doing that. For me, I'm not degrading anyone else that does that. Me, you know how bad I am with that shit. I'm like, hi guys, will you donate? But my plan is to go to the Con of Thrones, and it's early enough that I am going to plan it. It's actually my anniversary weekend, which is interesting, but I'm planning on going to the Con of Thrones this coming year. So if anyone's planning on going there, we definitely could have an FOP meetup there. And I would love to go there, and I'd love to be on some panels and do the shit like that, do a recap panel. I also have an idea, like if I can actually make my way out there for one other kind of panel I'd want to do too. But I think if you get a lot of the recappers out there, getting all the people that go on right after the episode, doing a panel together about what it's like to go on right after the episode airs and stuff, I think that would be a lot of fun. But yeah, no, I'm hoping to go to the Con of Thrones, and I'm going to try to buy my tickets here at the end of September, to at least get the tickets, and then work to see if I can get in through press or whatever access as well. And then if I need any help, I may put it out to you guys to try to help me. But yes, I may try to do something like that. So maybe try to go to the Con of Thrones. So if anyone's planning on going that party, let's have a meetup night. But I can't. Oh my God, Phil is horrible with that. Like, still, dude, where is the Patreon sign? Like, I'm sorry, Timo. I did a lot of shilling for it in this episode, but it's true. I should have right up here on the screen, especially when I do these streams, something that says donate on Patreon on the screen all the time. Stay on my ass about that stuff, Timo and Quixote. You two have been the most vocal about me shilling more and just fucking doing it. So thank you, Ian. I appreciate that. Wait, Ice and Fire Con 2. Oh my God, Phil is horrible at that. Wait, the Ice and Fire Con 2. Do the Littlefinger themed relationship advice show. It would be hysterical. I'd have to do that with the Walking David, and have Walking David offering Littlefinger relationship advice to people. Thank you so much. Fuck you, Phil. Pay me. New Patriot. Fuck you. Pay me. New Patreon. New Phil Patreon logo. Do it. Jesus, Felicia. I don't travel, but I could probably get some poor fool to pay for me. Felicia. I love you, Felicia. We need create a shilling committee on Discord to organize such things. I volunteer to be that poor fool to pay for Felicia. At least you don't demand super chats for questions or not. No. I mean, where it really comes down to it with the super chats and with the donating with the Patreon, the reason why I don't shill as much is I want to mention it and have it be out there, but never ever put you guys in a position where it's like, you gotta fucking do this or I'm fucked. Fuck. Shit. No, it's more, the more I get that side of support, the more I can rationalize to everyone else in my life doing this more full time. And that's the main thing. And that's because that's basically what I want to do. So that's why I appreciate it. But I think I could be a little bit more vocal about it. Some people are like, oh, wait, you got a Patreon? Oh, wait. Like, I've had people send me messages like that. So least I can do is put a little fucking thing up in the corner of the screen over there to say to do that. I got to do that. So I'll do that. And then I can just forget about it and never think about it again. So I appreciate that. And for the super chat, that's what I did with the super chat. You know, I just put the super chat wheel thing up in the corner. I don't even think about it. I don't say, oh, gotta make sure you donate the super chat. Get me. Blah, blah, blah. I just have it up there on the fucking screen and I don't even think about it anymore. So I got to do the same thing with Patreon and help support, especially again, a lot of people know that. Anyone who watches a lot of YouTube channels knows the shit that's going on right now with advertising and blah, that's fucking not suitable for, I'm dealing with that shit too. I'm not as vocal about it, but I'm dealing with that shit too. And so that kind of support means more than ever to the people who you like on YouTube. Or podcasting. Yada yada. See how uncomfortable it's making me? I'm like twiddling my hands and like, I don't want to talk like this. It interferes with our friendship. I need to be more aggressive. So yeah, guys, thanks. Donate. So I'm about to end the stream. If anyone wants me to go on for 5 more minutes, we'll say $1 a minute I go on. If you donate $1, you'll get 1 more minute. If you donate $5, you get like 5 more minutes. And you, I won't even look at your chat unless it's a super chat. That's right. Touch it. Crowdfunding is a hippie value. Phil, you need to give yourself more credit. We need more aggressive stuff. Exactly, Q. No, I appreciate that. I do, and I will. It helps. Put coconut oil all over your hair. Let it sit for an hour. I think at the beginning or the end of the shows works. Your approach. I think at the beginning and the end of the show works. Your approach is genius. Unlike a lot of other channels in the community, the sport will grow as time goes on. Hey, Leanna, great to see you. But yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'll try to put it up on the screen, mention it at the beginning of the show, mention it at the end of the show. And I appreciate the support you guys give. Nothing you ever have to give. So if you want me to keep going and growing, hook a brother up, motherfuckers. That's screen cap away. DJ, I did, didn't I? So, you want to do it? Yes, I will, Timo. I'm going to put that fucking thing on the screen. I'm going to put the fucking thing on the screen. I'm going to put the support on Patreon on the motherfucking screen by next show. By my podcast for fucking Orville, I will have a fucking little thing up right there in the screen in the corner that says support on Patreon. There you go. So let me finish the last little bit of wine here. Phil doing the Jon Snow. Yeah, I don't think our side butthole talk is ad free. No, not even a little bit. And I don't want it to be. If I wanted to do that, I'd create a separate channel just for that shit. You know, and do the Phil's non blah 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 blah. No, this is basically, we don't all get to hang out with our friends and fucking the way we used to. And I want this to feel anyways like a bunch of friends hanging out. And, or you guys are hanging out with me, talking to me, listening to my babbling ass babble and having your own conversations in the chat or calling on in and joining in the discussion. That's the drug I get high off of. Stephanie's somewhere going, Frau, don't forget about the money. Gotta pay the cable bill. Gotta pay the bill. Gotta make the donuts. So yes. Sexy beast, you sexy beast with your beautiful, majestic beard and hair. Listen, I'm not the best shiller in the world, but I'm fine having people shill for me. That's fine. Like when Joe the other night was like, oh, let's everyone outbid each other. I'm like, secretly, I'm feeling uncomfortable about that. I'm like, yeah, Joe, you know, oh, Joe, I wouldn't do that if I were you. That seems, but secretly I'm like, yeah, Joe, keep doing it. Say it again, Joe. Say it again. You guys are amazing. You guys really are. And I try to keep these streams short, these afternoon streams, but this one is a long one. This might be about the longest of these Friday afternoon streams. Usually I keep them around 2 hours, but again, as I've said a few times here, I'm having way too much fun to run away so quickly. Yeah, wine is grape juice everywhere. Yeah, secretly I'm giggling. I'm like, Joe, come on. Say it again, Joe. Joe, keep this up. We go off there. I'm like, Joe, keep that up every time. I'm going to be like, no. And you go, yes. Let's do the good cop, bad cop routine. Oh, is this the good cop, bad cop routine? Something like that. You guys are amazing. I'm sober for 3 years. Arthur, fucking amazing to you, dude. Congratulations. Okay, seriously, we need the shilling channel on Discord to plan such things. There is a group that Caitlin made called the support blah, blah, blah type thing, but I can make a shilling for Phil channel on Discord. You also need an Amazon affiliate influencer thingy, Bobby. I do, so I can share some like Amazon links and stuff. We do have an affiliate link group where we have that stuff, but I need to just bombard myself with that and microtransaction my way up to making this a living. Right now I'm faking it till I make it. And I'm keeping it up. So I live and breathe this. This isn't fucking bullshit. So I do love you guys, and I love that anyone is invested in helping me grow. People like Devin is like, that's why I cannot say enough thanks to Devin. Devin does not have to come in here, does not have to support us, does not have to do anything. That's him out of his way being like, fucking, it's, you know, he coming out of Dave's like, oh, I'm going to fucking have some fun in the Phil Street, and goes out of his way to support us. People like Carmine, I mentioned Carmine a lot too, Tony, people that have like out of nowhere came out and just like, Phil, I want to fucking share your shit or do some stuff. So like, you guys in the motherfucking chat and the FOPs in the Discord group, you guys are the ones that are important, because the type of channel we are, where we're not necessarily focusing on one topic. And I guess the topic of the focus in the channel is me being a goofy son of a bitch, and talking about the shows I watch and shit. But so we're not the normal way that we build an audience. We build an audience by word of mouth and by the help of other big influencers that are going to bring more people into us. I'll do my best and keep spreading the word and try to do what I can, talk about new shows when they come out, to try to bring more people in here and there. But it's such a competitive field with that. What we're really working at is you guys, the ones that are our foundation right now, spreading the word and bringing in more people, and then bigger influencers bringing in more people and all that sort of shit. It's, you know, why we've been lucky to have so many other people from other channels come in this season, in the off season, and bring in some of their fans. Love the opportunity to be on some of their channels and do the same thing, and can try to convert some of their audience members over to us. You know, some of them have been really awesome. Some of them reached out to me about it and might happen in the future, whatever. Like, all that stuff is probably the most important thing we can do to help the channel grow. And it's really up to you guys. In any way we've grown, it has helped. I've contacted a lot of even bigger YouTube people to try to get them in for interviews and shit like that. So I'll keep working on my end. You guys keep working on your end, and we're going to build the biggest fucking fun army. And if it's 100 people, 200 people, 5 people, we're going to have a fucking good time. So love you guys, and love the support that you give us and give me specifically. You keep me drunk, keep me happy. I'm in the I love you drunk mode right now. America trivia, fuck yeah. Got that stuck in my head now, Felicia. So here we go. Mucho gracias. Thank you to everybody. Yeah, Discord After Dark is the best. The XXX Discord room. Oh my God, if you get an Amazon affiliate, you're set. So what am I doing with the Amazon affiliate thing? If Ian knows any more information about how to start that process and what exactly I'm doing there, if anybody knows anything more, because I'm ignorant to all of that, I need assistance. So I would love to sign up and get involved in Amazon affiliates. I can obviously do some Google research myself, but I'd love to get Amazon links and a link that you can do your shopping through my Amazon link, and I can get, you know, a percentage of your sales or something like that, or whatever, however it all works. So if anyone knows any way of helping me get set up with that, or any information can point me in the right direction, inbox me or email me or whatever. Do it. Aggressive takeover. What did you miss? Miss nothing. Drunk silly Phil. My liver has a football helmet on it. Discord After Dark. Had this weird dream where I was jumping in the fucking pool on acid, and then the Phil the Issues guy came in and drips a towel around me, singing, "Hold me closer, tiny dancer." Phil, you should interview Weird Al. I would love to interview Weird Al. I'll send a request. He met me once. He might never remember me. Oh my goodness. You get a certain percentage if they use your link, I think, but myself and most of my friends shop Amazon for everything. Perfect. So I need to get an Amazon link that people can click on and then do their shopping through that link. Perfect. So I just have to figure out how to fucking do that. I think it should be relatively a process, because I think Audible is through Amazon, so I'm probably somewhat wrapped in there either. I just need to get the link somehow. Lindsay's disappointed in me. Your mom. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, your mom. Your mom's way disappointed in me. No, Arthur, and amen to that. I have an addictive personality. I can't experiment with certain things, certain other substances or other things that if someone can do something once or twice a year. I know a couple of my friends and family members that will experiment with said substances once or twice a year and can do it that way. I respect that. I have an addictive personality. I do something once. I eat 1 can of SpaghettiOs. I'm going to eat 1,000 cans of SpaghettiOs. So I totally respect that. Drinking is a weird thing for me where it's always been something I mean, you guys are watching this show, I'm like drinking every show. But realistically, like, I'm not a big drinker when it comes down to it. Not when I'm off the air. So I'm more of an alcoholic podcaster than anything else. Wait, Nips? Wait. Yes, please join the Discord group. We have an XXX group where anything go conversation goes, regardless of what you want to say. No one can get offended in that group. It did take a different turn where people are sharing some racy pictures. It's perfectly fair and open to share any racy pictures, 18 plus only. You have to for the sharing images and that sort of stuff. But yes, it's a crazy place in the Discord. It's the dark place in the Discord. I don't suggest going in there if you're thin-skinned. So yes, it was a wanted and needed created room on our Discord server where people can just kind of let loose and just let out any kind of talk or any kind of images that they want to show within some constraints of fucking sanity. The community decides the standards, I guess. It's very fun. It took a very different turn. Analysis and I were talking about at one point about like creating that group. I was like, I need to create a group where people can have conversations that they can't have anywhere else. It just makes sense that we should have that conversation room. So I created like an anything goes room, and within like an hour, someone's sharing pictures of themselves in there and stuff. So it definitely took a different direction than analysis. And that analysis can like. Him and I were talking about this. I can say it easily. Like, I didn't think it was going to go in that. But legitimately, we were talking about it for like 2 weeks before we decided to create that group. And it never once came up the potential of racy photos being released. And literally, within an hour, some girl's like, my boyfriend broke up with me. Here's images. And I'm like, what is going on in here? No idea. It had to be created because I was trying too hard to bang Q. Sorry. Oh, can you blame you? The Q is a lovely young lady. You can share pictures of vegetables in sexy positions. You can share non-sexy photos. It's amazing. It's an amazing place filled with dark and very, very crazy. And I hope that if you've listened to 3 hours plus of a podcast of me and you join in there, you're like, fuck Phil, what'd you tell me to join? If you listen to 3 hours of me babbling, you know what's going on. Of course it did, Felicia. Everyone's like, Felicia, you single? What's going on? It is dark and full of terrors. Lots of great stuff going on in the live chat. I think I'm breaking broke. Man, when I remember in the past, not the same person. I'm living with an asshole when I started drinking. I was 2 days drinking in, the last man standing every party. Wonder I'm alive. Dank and full of terrors. The after show talks are beautiful. Yes, right after the show aired, after the podcast aired, usually a bunch of people jump into the voice chat and kind of have their own discussion afterwards. There's a couple of really awesome people in the Discord group that kind of keep those discussions going, and lots of fun stuff. I'm joking about this of the dirty stuff, but there's just a lot of really fun television discussions going on and movie discussions and events and fun activities going on. And we have our core group tries to like really work hard at keeping, things fun and interesting going on there. And sometimes some fun rabbit hole discussions go on, some silliness, some dirtiness, some just goofiness, and just general cockfoolery. I was going to say tomfoolery, but cockfoolery sounds funny. Sounds funner. Sounds more fun. Funner. Sounds funner. That sounds funner, dude. Fucking idiot. So... yeah, the XXX group has an 18 plus note on it. And then Caitlin added her 2 cents to the top of the group too. So don't piss off the squeen. So everybody, I guess, broke shaking his head at Felicia. And somewhere Joe is like, Phil, you know you want it. See, I'm gonna do something very, very silly here. So everybody, welcome to the Joe Dirty Locks stream. I'm your host, Joe Dirty Locks, and here's my rant of the day. It's Joe's rant of the day. So I'm spitting hot fire and hot smoke out of every orifice of my body. I am angry. Fuck, Westworld sucks. Blair. But seriously, guys, you all suck. But seriously, what the fuck, dude? Phil, you're a fucking idiot. What the fuck? Anyways, Joe. So I want to do this. I want to do the rest of this show with Joe. So let me. So Joe, how's it going, buddy? What's up? So you rewatched Westworld. What are your opinions of it? You rewatched Westworld this season. What are your real opinions of it? I thought it fucking sucked. I think anyone who likes it's stupid. What the fuck's wrong with you people? It's the worst show ever. I fucking hate it. It's awful. I know, dude, did you really give it a shot? Did you go into it thinking you would hate it? I fucking knew I'd hate it. And I watched it just to prove how shitty it was and how shitty you guys are for liking it. But I love all of you guys. You guys are awesome. But yeah, the show really sucks. No, it's true. It's true. I mean, it's true that you think it sucks. It's fine. But thank you, Joe, for coming on this program today. I really appreciate you coming by. Yeah, no, I love it. Thanks for finally fucking inviting me on a Friday show, you piece of shit. No, I very appreciate that, Joe. It's really, really awesome of you. Thanks, you fucking asshole. Talk to you later. There's Joe. No, Joe loves that pic. No, Phil, you're wrong. Don't do my boy like that. I'm not doing Joe bad. Who would have thought the Chatwing days would come to Discord? Oh, Chatwing. We have the Chatwing days. I remember the few people that jumped in the Chatwing. That was amazing. No, Joe loves that picture. Joe is always right. Phil, don't say that about Joe. Don't do it. I'm kidding. Joe is always right, except for about Westworld. Oh my goodness. It's true. And Omen says, he's right. It does suck. Joe looks so constant. Joe is like horrified by that picture, by the way. Not in like a don't ever show it way, but he's like, if you listen to we're talking about Patreon only content. There is a little bit of the last one I shared was after the last episode of the year when I showed Joe that image. You get to hear his immediate reaction to seeing it. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Yeah, back when we first started the chat, I created an alternate chat room when everyone couldn't get into the YouTube chat, and I wanted a full-time chat room to exist. So I created a Chatwing chat room that still exists somewhere, and someone might still post in it. But if you do, please come to Discord. Join Discord. Join the live streams. But yeah, we'd occasionally go to the Chatwings. Hashtag Joe is always wrong. Yeah, Joe's like, I'm ugly. And Katie's like, that's the, I shouldn't say. Become a patron to listen to that and more. But Katie's like, that's the face I see when you're yelling at me. And Joe hijacked Iron Throne's Iron Throne's tweet to me about Westworld. Joe's like, good luck. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. So, oh, okay, Omen said, I didn't say it sucked, he loved Westworld. Yes, you are. My coworkers think I'm crazy because I'm crying in laughter watching you watching you right now. And that's one of the reasons why I love doing these daytime streams for the people that are working, that I can kind of keep you guys company. And eventually, if I do get to that full-time point where I'm able to rationalize doing this every day and not having to do anything else, I would probably do a daily afternoon stream. You know, I'd still do evening stuff too, but I would at least do like 3 days a week streams like this, because I just like being able to come out in the afternoon and babble. It's probably one of my favorite times to do a podcast. At night, I'm a little bit too sandwiched sometimes. And like after a show, taking notes and stuff, I'm like stressed out. I'm like, gotta get live, gotta get Joe and Katie live, gotta get. I'm like doing 1,000 things. Sometimes these afternoon streams where I don't really necessarily have a plan other than to watch a trailer and react to it is a ton of fun for me. But all good things must come to an end, everybody. I guess it's time to go as I hear my dog sort of whining. Let me out, asshole. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. And if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Join us for more fun. I'll be back on Sunday night. Sunday night. I'll be back on Sunday night to talk more to you guys in this voice. It's the scary Phil voice. It's the Phil voice. It's my scary voice. I'm going to kill you. That'd be awesome. Helps the day go by. It was so hard being committed to The Walking Dead while Westworld was on. Remember that, Phil? It made Walking Dead that much worse. FOP Discord group. Join Patreon. 5-minute drunk Joe reaction to hear that to that picture. Love me some dirty hippies. Great show. Thank you for all of you guys for joining me. One more time to everyone in the live chat right now. You guys are incredible. We got to say thank you to Analysis of Thrones, Arthur, B. Leon, Broke, Blackman 94, Craig, DJ11, Echo, Felicia, bye Felicia, Hannibal, Iron, Keisha, Lindsay, your mom, Omen, Pick of Destiny, Quixote, and Timo, and anyone else that popped in during the live stream, or especially to all of our Super Chat donators. You guys are fucking amazing today. Sunday night Orville stream, Fox after football. Phil, give us a Zelda stream after the Lotus Walk, just for old time's sake. I don't know about a Zelda stream, but I am inclined for a video game stream. I'm trying to get Stephanie to do her Zelda's playthrough as a live stream, because she's mid playthrough right now, but maybe I might come back at some point today doing a video game stream. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Never can tell with those video game streams. So make sure you're subscribed to Dirty Issues as well to watch a video game stream. Keep threatening or thinking about doing a video game stream on this channel, but maybe when Game of Thrones Season 2 comes out for Telltales, I'll do my first playthrough on this with Joe in-house. Cheers to everybody. 1422, 1422, 1422, 1422, 1422. Ah! 1422. One more time. One, 4, 2, 2, 1, 4, 2, 2, 1, 4, 2, 2, 2. 1, 4, 2 to 1, 4 to 2, 2, 1, 4, 2 to 1, 4 to 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 4 to 2, 2, 1, 4, 2 to 2, 1 to 2, 2, 1, 4, 1, 4 to 2, 2, 4, 4, 1, 4 to 2, 2, 2 to 2, 2, 2, 1, 4, 2, 2, zippity doo da, zippity boo boo. Oh, 1, 1, 4 to 2, 2, 2, 2 to 1, 4 to 2, 2, zippity doo, zippity yay. My oh my, have a wonderful day, everybody. 2 people are gonna get that. Those of you who get that, love you guys. Those of you who don't, just think I'm crazy. I guess I'm just crazy. I'll talk to you guys next time. Love you guys so much. And let's end on a little bit of this.
Grab your sword and shield. It's a stolen horse, it's real. It's Groundhog Day on a 3-day course. Final man starts to strafe. Keeps his weapon. If you wanna be safe, run around like a stick in the mud. In the fairy rains, in the mouths of floods. It's funny how evil can push politeness. You can't fight. It's a time crisis.